The Opie and Anthony Show on XM 202, featuring Opie, Anthony, and James Norton.
Can you hear me? No! Shut up!
Opie and Anthony!
We're so excited to be back. Rabid radio retards.
Wow, we're dummies.
We're the only radio show that makes you want to hate us.
We've been known to get our faces in the news. We're perverts. Stupid. We stink.
We just love doing radio. This is a weird show.
No one puts asses in the seat like Greg and Tony.
Opie,
I love the hitting and the fighting.
Anthony,
I'm a terrorist looking for other terrorists.
James,
I'm a speechless, worthless nothing. We all know that. I love women. I'm a slump fat pig.
and a crew misfits.
Hurricane Ben!
Ben looks like a tall baby with hair like Chuck.
Martini Steve!
Steve is a piece of garbage. Perfectly enunciating boobs that we paint him out to be.
Right.
E-Rock!
Oh, please, going through a car wash with his mouth open.
I bring nothing to the table. I don't care. Shut up.
No. What's wrong, Aaron?
My crotch is burning so bad. Sit down and put on your laughing hats.
Just relax. Here comes the funny. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony.
Shut up!
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
And a man in my position can't afford to be made to look ridiculous.
Well, let me tell you something, my Kraut Mick friend.
You know what that music means?
It's time for an Opie and Anthony show.
That's what they tell me.
But I'm a beaten man
Yeah.
with the worst headache of my life. Someday someone's going to ask me, what was the worst headache of your life? And I could point to this day, July 13th, 2006.
And say,
I'm a beaten man.
that was the day.
Worst headache of my life this morning. No joke. And I know what the faithful listeners are going to say. And then, I don't think I've ever been more pissed off than I am right at this moment. So pissed off
You'd have to be pretty pissed.
that I'm not even going to yell. You know when you get pissed off, it kind of helps to yell and scream, throw things,
Yeah.
punch brick walls, strangle people. He'll do whatever it takes to maybe get some of that rage out.
Slice people's throats.
I can honestly say I am so pissed off I will not be screaming.
Yeah, that's the beaten man phase. Yeah.
And if I do
Been there.
scream, I don't know. I might have a nervous breakdown. I might have an aneurysm in my brain.
Well, that's not good.
It would not be good.
First one's good for radio. Second one, not good for radio.
Because the screaming I did last night gave me an instant headache that has lasted, I'm up to 9 hours. Aspirin will not take it away. Nothing will take it away. I couldn't sleep last night.
Were you and your chick like Jack and Rose on the Titanic last night?
Oh, my
That's
God.
the only thing I could picture. Opie cuffed to a pipe as she tries to cut it with an axe so they can get out of Opie's basement apartment that is quickly filling with water.
He's so bad at packing, he won't leave until it's like necktie.
It was a weird day yesterday. For some reason, yesterday I was putting out a million fires that have something to do with this radio show. Why yesterday, I don't know. And I was just I was to the point I had it. Just dumb little things that behind the scenes that should be taken care of, and it's not being taken care of for some
8
reason.
million emails coming in. Ridiculous. Oh, yeah. Oh, you didn't see any?
We corresponded about some contest or something like that. And
Yeah.
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, I saw a couple of emails like, more than 5. About 8 emails in, I finally got like CC'd on them. So I had to like blow out an email about that.
Yeah, not to bore people because it's all like just crap. I'll tell you this much.
It's not boring. People are fascinated with what we do on a daily basis.
I'm a radio show host, and for many years I was also a producer. I don't want to be a producer anymore. I will not be a producer anymore. We have people behind the scenes that are supposed to be taking care of all the BS. And when I have to answer 100 emails, and take phone calls from people with just the dumbest little things that they need answers for.
Quite literally
I
100.
can't do it anymore.
No.
I want to just be able to focus on being on the air with Anthony and Jim Norton. That's
on
all.
the show.
That's it. And if you need my expertise, great. I would love to take a phone call or write an email and correspond and try to help out some of the problems. So that got me going, and I'm like, oh my god, I just want to go to bed. So it's like 9 o'clock.
Now you finally decided, just gonna go to bed.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, good night's sleep, and then I could regroup tomorrow and get my head together and try to figure out some of the problems we're having behind the scenes and how to fix them, okay?
Annoying day over, just time to lay down.
Oh, yeah.
Forget it all.
Relax and go to sleep.
Let it go.
So it's around 9, and I go, and you can hear it in my voice. I still have a cold, but I also lost my voice last night.
Oh, my God, it's time to go to bed, you guys.
Yeah, it's starting to sound like that. So I go, let's just go to bed. And so Lindsay goes downstairs. And see, I had to move downstairs. I have 2 levels here in Manhattan. Okay, I used to go to bed in the front room. But, when you have to go to bed at 8:39, people are still walking outside your window. The homeless people are taking showers with the nozzle, right outside your window or digging through the garbage.
That's action.
The French couple upstairs, they have like 3 or 4 cats, and they refuse to get a rug. So I've had it out with them for over the years, pounding, and to the point now, we're ready to be in a fist fight.
Mortal enemies.
And I have no problem beating up French people. I've done it in the past, and I'll do it again. No problem.
Frog upstairs?
And, they think it's funny with their cat running back and forth across a wood floor over and over again, and then I start playing all right, I'll ring your buzzer at 4 a.m. game for a while. They know I did that, and now when we see each other, it's just a matter of something happening.
There's a cat in your apartment! The cat! It's Rossi!
Get your own litter box! Right, so I had to move down into the basement so I could get a good night's sleep. And it's a finished basement. And when I got the apartment, the slum landlord, who I will be dealing with big time today, he never told me the thing leaks water when it rains too much. So, if you've been following this story for a while there, if it rains too much, the water will rise, and I'll get a few puddles in the basement. Kind of a hassle. Don't want to deal with it, but it wasn't that bad, to be honest with you. I can deal, okay? And then I've told you the mouse problem. I've killed close to 30 mice in the last year alone.
They're fleeing the water.
And
upstairs.
If you remember the basement wall about 2-3 weeks ago, collapsed. Like the bottom 2 feet of the wall collapsed.
That's safe.
Because water's collecting behind the wall, and it needed to get out. So the whole bottom of this wall just collapsed, filling the basement up with sewage and dirt and leaves and about 6 inches of water. I think we talked about this on this side of the show.
Unbelievable that you're still there.
So I have no choice. I'm looking for a place. It's just a whole thing now, okay?
Don't you do it! Don't you!
So when the wall exploded, thousands of dollars of crap was ruined. So I've been going back and forth with the slum landlord about that, okay? He f***ed the wall. I told him that's great, but there's a major problem here that you got to look into.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, this is not normal. Something is going on. And while you're at it, I said, this apartment needs, basic maintenance. I'm an easygoing guy when I'm not here. Trust me, I am. I'll take a lot of crap. But I'm like, look, it's time to do some basic maintenance on this apartment. I've killed 30 mice. I need an exterminator. The place has a fireplace. That was a good selling point when I was decided to rent this place. I told you the story of the one time with the Java log.
Yeah.
I asked him to fix the fireplace. That was never done. I said I need the exterminator. And also the 2 front doors to the brownstone don't close properly. And I had this creepy neighbor pounding on my door one day.
DJ Doom, that's what I see happening. DJ Doom rigs the gas pipe in the basement.
Right.
Blow the place up, Opie.
So I gave him a list of things only a few days ago. Like, look, this stuff has to be taken care of. It's not normal. When you live in a brownstone in Manhattan, you need the two doors to close properly, so homeless people or neighbors that you don't like that are creepy
criminals
don't knock on your actual apartment door.
Mm-hmm.
I leave my apartment wondering if someone's in the hallway because most of the time the doors that lead out to the street are not closed properly.
With a shotgun.
Huh?
That's what I would do.
There was a whole list of these problems. So last night, after dealing with the crap with the radio show, the behind-the-scenes crap, so Lindsay goes downstairs to go to bed, and all of a sudden I hear the screams. I'm like, oh, God, no. I go downstairs. Another wall, not the one they fixed, collapsed. The bottom 2 feet of the wall completely pushed inward toward the basement. Water, sewage, leaves, dirt, a smell I can't even describe all over the place.
Yeah, there's a broken pipe.
And this is what I had to deal with as I just wanted to go to bed last night.
We had quite the deluge here in New York. A lot of rain last night.
Right.
And you have a broken drainage pipe from the street.
Yeah.
Is what's happening, and it's leaking into the foundation and coming right through your wall.
And that's what I told the guy when the first wall collapsed, but he just ignored it. He just patched up the wall and just said, what can I tell you? It's New York. When it rains a lot.
It ain't even his issue, dude.
This type of thing happens.
He could call the city, and the city has to fix that because it's a sewage pipe or something, a drainage pipe. So he hasn't even done that.
So I immediately got on the phone to my slum landlord, his cell number. Of course he doesn't pick up. Why would he? He knows when tenants from the building are calling, and he refuses to talk to us live.
Oh, if it's raining, he knows not to pick up
He
the
eventually
phone.
gets back to you, eventually. Excuse last time why he didn't get back to me until like 4 or 5 days later, something about a dental procedure. He was just coming out of some kind of haze, and he finally got back to me, and he apologized.
That sounds good.
So I lost my ass like I've never lost my ass. You could hear it in my voice. I may get arrested today because I threatened the guy.
Bodily harm?
I basically said, I do not show up at this apartment. I don't even want to say what I said because it's bad enough I left it on his cell phone.
That'll show up in court.
I just lost my ass. Lost it. Like I never lost it before.
I was very frightened.
That type of threat, if he plays it in court, certainly does show, though, that there was a real problem.
Yeah.
If you're in that moment and you're yelling that actually works in your favor, I think. I'm going to be playing lawyer. I want to get you 8 years in prison.
Until his lawyer goes, wasn't there an incident at St. Patrick's Cathedral that you... Oh, jeez.
So
I object.
So then I go to...
Stricken from the record.
So then I get an immediate headache that will not go away. And then I got an email from the slum landlord last night. This is after what I just told you happened. Just add all the screaming in there, by the way. I'm ridiculous screaming on his cell phone. I'm just losing my ass. And then I typed out, you want to talk about angry typing guy? I wrote an email. Might be able to read part of it, actually. What the hell? Where is it? We have a serious effing problem. I've had it. Another wall in the basement has collapsed, sending 6 inches of water everywhere. I need someone here tomorrow morning to clean up the basement. I'm not doing it this time. Wall needs to be repaired. Another list of S that has been ruined is coming your way. As for us, I have to go sleep in a hotel. Thanks for taking me seriously when I said that this is a major problem that needs to be looked into. I will be calling 311 tomorrow. Okay? So I left that. I left out a couple things, by the way. And I left something on his cell phone. So he writes me back last night. And this is all he says, this effing prick. Greg, I'm sorry to hear about your dilemma. What is your corporate name and DBA name? And that's it. That's all I get. I don't get.
What does he need that for?
I don't. He's got his checkbook out.
I don't get. I'll be there first thing in the morning with a cleaning crew to at least clean up the sewage.
You answer him back.
And like you said off air, like what is in that water?
Not healthy stuff.
Yeah.
It ain't Poland spring porn in there.
Because the last time it happened, it happened on like a Sunday afternoon, so I spent like 3 or 4 hours cleaning up the whole basement myself. because I wanted to sleep.
Where did you sleep last night?
Sleep in the front room in a cramped bed. Trust me, it was just a nightmare.
You are going to have to abandon the basement.
That should be the last night you ever spent.
You
in that
cannot
apartment.
sleep down there because you're probably breathing in mold.
I'm probably.
Mold is an awful thing.
So I'm just a beaten man. I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm not going to, like, yell and scream because, you know, that's fun for everybody, whatever.
You got to get out of the apartment. I know it sucks. You got to go into a hotel.
Yeah, I know.
You have to do it.
Trust me, I got to deal with it today, and it's a nightmare because I'm dealing with all sorts of other crap behind the scenes that I don't want to be dealing with. And now I got to add this to the list.
And then sue the guy for the cost of the hotel is what you do. You get a hotel, you document everything, and then you sue this ass for the cost of the hotel. You take all your stuff. You have guys come with a truck. Anything you need, you put it in storage for a little while. And you stay in a nice hotel. There you go. Room service. Maid comes in.
Kenny's making phone calls in a couple hours while we do the show.
Just get videotape of this.
And I love these asses. Some dude from his mobile device. Wah, wah, wah. Poor little rich boy. Be more funny.
There you go. You had to know that was going to...
Sorry, but this show has been about like real issues that happened to us as well.
Wasn't funny enough for you yesterday? On the air a few minutes, talking about what happened last night, and wah. Oh, boy, okay. Well, we'll copy down his email address, and that might end up on a website tonight. That could.
Go listen to somebody else then.
That could end up on
this is
message board.
This is part of the radio show. Oh, my God.
That's a legitimate complaint, I think. You don't want your walls being caved in with water, with sewage and rats.
Wow. There's raw sewage and rats in my basement.
I could see if you were, like, really furious, like, I'm dealing with all this crap, and then the butler drops caviar.
Right.
All right. Then maybe you should shut your face. But
That isn't the part you left out, is it?
Stupid me for explaining why I might not be in the mood to do a radio show today. God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I explained it to you.
Dude, that's a structural issue, too. That's like a real major problem. If you have basement walls being caved in, you have, like, a legitimate lawsuit.
The whole place could come down.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to figure out is how much water does it take that it's making the wall collapse like that? How much water is behind these walls?
Didn't they build some kind of wall around when they built the Trade Center? Just because so water didn't come in.
Yeah, so the water doesn't come in.
Flood.
It's built in a big tub.
Yeah.
But it's water, and the wall is coming, you know what I mean? Coming apart.
There's a broken pipe in front of your building.
So there's got to be so much water behind these walls, and obviously it can't take any more water or pressure, and it has to release somewhere. So it's finding the weakest spot. And the only reason it didn't come out from the same spot was because they fixed that and made that area stronger.
It's like a tribute to New Orleans, in Opie's basement. You go down there, there's some black guy with a case of Heineken walking through the water.
Up on his bed waving. So how old is that building? That's a 100-year-old building, right? 80-year-old building?
It's a asshole brownstone. See, I mean, we joke about it, but I don't know how to take care of myself. Yes, I make good money now, but I've never, I guess the way I was brought up, I just don't know how to I don't know, give myself good things. It's just a weird thing. And now I'm in hell. I'm in hell because I want to be out of there today.
You're the epitome of not a rich guy. You're really low maintenance in real life.
And that's why I try to explain it on the radio.
Yeah, people don't get it.
Gotta live at your means. Not above, just at. At it right now at this point in your life is not in a leaky
Let's just put it
basement
this way,
apartment.
This apartment has cost me a couple $100,000. This isn't like a little, crappy little place. So, it's not like I'm decided to get a horrible apartment in Manhattan. I got a really nice place for, the area I'm in. And I'm paying, accordingly. It's just been one problem after another. It's like it's a money pit type of situation.
Gotta get out.
I mean, really fast, then we'll move on. At least 30 mice in the last year I've killed. That's when I decided to start killing them. So who knows how many more I would have killed in 4 years. Been there about 4 years. I had a fireplace that wasn't working properly, and I almost burned down the whole building. The fire department had to show up. The famous Java Log story.
Of course.
People
forget.
People just, like the funny part of the Java-Lock story, but the reality is it was a real issue, a real situation. Then I had the pipe burst in the kitchen, flooding the living room and almost electrocuting me. The water going down the stairs and through the ceiling and collapsing probably a 4x8 section of the ceiling. The whole ceiling came down onto my computer.
Oh, that's nice. I remember that one.
And then, obviously the basement thing with the seepage and now the collapsing of 2 walls at this point. 2 doors that do not close properly, so any homeless guy or anyone that wants to do me wrong could just knock on my apartment. I have to leave my apartment and kind of peek around the corners and make sure I'm safe. That's good. That's what you want in your life.
People are saying, yeah, it could be mold that you have a cold like that all the time instead of a cold.
Right.
You could have mold. You have the mold.
And I do bring this up on the show because, you know what? I'm not alone. There are just scumbag landlords all over New York City, all over the area you're probably listening to us from. And they just get away with murder.
People are saying the mics are all clicking like crazy over at XM.
Oh, really?
Fix that over there. Could you do that? Fix that, please.
Sorry, I can't fix that problem. Don't make me fix that problem, too.
Okay, grab a screwdriver and get over there. Get a wrench.
Get out of that apartment and sue that scumbag. You got to get out there, man. You can't. That's dangerous. You can't have a wall coming down on your head. You're
Whole
sleeping.
Ceilings, mold.
Yeah, who knows if the next one is going to be the ceiling coming down. Seriously. I mean, because if these walls are collapsing, like I said, how much water is behind these walls? And I try to tell the guy.
Comes in, all of a sudden the whole building comes down.
There is definitely a broken pipe. That is so obvious, and I said it to him.
Broken drainage pipe.
Okay. So we'll move on, but I just wanted to let everyone know what's going on. Oh, yeah, and this is obviously Greg Hughes, the actor that plays Opie on the Opie and Anthony show.
Opie have a call to the set?
In case you're wondering.
We phoned in Opie's call to the set.
All right, we'll take a break, and we will get into some things. Had a tornado here in New York.
Did
The weatherman is saying that. But then they're backing off a little and saying, well, the investigators are going to be sent around to see if it was a tornado. Tornadic activity. They're saying tornadic activity. Oh, the stupid weathermen. Go to the Midwest, where entire towns are picked up and slammed down by Jesus. by Jesus. Not, my car kind of got pushed into a tree. Some of my vinyl siding came off. That's the tornadoes we get, and it's all exciting. Ooh, we had a tornado, did we? I think so.
And I didn't have a day as bad as Opes, but we'll get into it. My celebrity encounter with Young Hawk, and then my other red carpet experience. It just...
Oh, that's good stuff.
I don't want to get into
Sounds fun.
Just you people think you have stress.
All right, we'll get into what Jimmy's all about next.
And we're going to talk about this a little more, too. Douches. Whether I like it or not.
No, I
keep talking about it just to annoy that one guy.
I said what I had to say. But, I mean, it's been an ongoing storyline on the show, so there's the latest. It's the ONA virus spreading across America.
The Opie and Anthony Show is on an extensive quest to find the most obnoxious 30 seconds of audio ever recorded. How annoying? This annoying. Think you can do better? Email your annoying audio to Danny@FoundryMusic.com.
That annoys me.
Hear what everybody else is talking about.
ONA Uncut and Live, continuing the show on XM Satellite Radio, starting at 9 a.m. Eastern.
Visit xmradio.com to subscribe.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. The ONA virus spreading across America. 1-866-313-FREE is our phone number.
Everyone on Pal Talk's waking up. All it is girls washing their hair and like doing their morning rituals. It's wonderful to watch.
Why do they wash their hair? Like, I asked a couple of girls out on New Year's Eve, and they both had to do that.
Oh, sorry, I'd like to go out with you, but I'm washing my hair.
Was that actually an old excuse in the olden days?
How long did it take back in 1950 to wash your hair?
Now it's like, I have chlamydia, and Jim says, I don't care, so do I.
I know, I gave it to you.
That's like a cold to me.
I laugh at chlamydia.
Oh, sure.
So, Jimmy, what happened last night? You did a little red carpet action?
Yeah, it was,
Ooh.
I went to, my friend Modi invited me to Montel Williams' birthday party. And, I
did all the big events.
Yeah, well, that was the most sought-after event. Next to, I understand Big Kev had 2 people in his backseat. That and Montel's birthday party. I couldn't think of anything else that would be insignificant. And you having people in your backseat, as much as you're my friend, is an insignificant event.
Exactly.
Montel's birthday party was...
Who was there? What celebrities?
Oh, dude, the list.
Star-studded?
Well, I've never had this happen.
I got the list right here.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, he was there?
It was a big...
This is the sound of the paparazzi as they're waiting for a celebrity to show up.
Hi, guys.
Oh.
Cameras down.
Oh,
pointing at the sidewalk, waiting and waiting and waiting for the celebrities to show up at the Montel Williams birthday party.
I pull up in my...
Comment from Montel.
Hey, where are the white women at?
Oh,
oh, he knew it on his arm.
Oh, really?
I walk up and I'm like, oh God, I hope I'm on the list because I'm never on the list.
And it's so embarrassing.
It's awful. I'm walking towards, and the woman goes,
sir, you're not on the list, sir.
The woman sees me, and she lifts the little. Did you know that those velvet ropes, you can actually walk through them? I'd never known that.
Wait, you're kidding. How does that work?
If they lift like the velvet rope and move it, like people pass through that. I've never had that happen.
Wow.
But as I'm walking up to her, she goes, Jim Norton? And she lifts it without even looking at her paper. And
and did you say, you must be mistaken?
I said no.
Check the list. I can't possibly be on it.
Well, and as I'm walking, then she goes, go over there. We want you to walk the red carpet.
Oh.
You know how it is. And so I'm walking, and this older woman stops me and goes, sir, could you go in this way? She me in the little people way.
After someone sent you to the red carpet way, this bitch wanted to actually get you off the red carpet.
With no offense to the listeners, but she wanted me to walk in with the likes of you.
Oof. How dare she?
So I stopped. I'm like, all right, whatever. So I go to walk in, and the lady goes, no, you got to go this way. And then she scolds the old lady. He's a big stand-up comic.
Why wouldn't the lady on the carpet know not to shoo people off?
Because no. It was before the carpet. She was like 65. I wasn't angry about it. It was okay. She just didn't
be
know.
angry.
Nah, you know what it is? I'm Humble Jimmy. That's my nickname. Everybody knows that. So I walk.
We're Catty Jimmy.
And the lady takes me in, and I have such low self-esteem. I've never done this before. So there's like a bunch of paparazzi. I go, okay, where do we go? And she goes, oh, you walk right like there. Stand in front of them, and nothing happened. And I'm like,
oh, no.
Oh, no.
Take some pictures of me.
Please take my pictures. No one's going to take my picture. There was that little Jimmy Norton low self-esteem moment where I'm standing there alone.
You're on the red carpet.
Photographers don't want to take my picture. And they did. They all started doing it. And they started with, Jim, over here. And I have my cell phone in my left pocket. And I have like those headphones taped, like, I hooked it in my shirt because I'm not ready to have my... And I'm standing there with my stupid fat frown on, just looking around. I had no one's ever photographed me before.
You're all confused.
Dude, I've never had that happen. And then I decided to smile, so I start smiling.
Oh, no.
And they're like, Jim, over this way. And they all took my picture. And so I finally decided to give them a profile shot. I'm like, get your cameras ready. This is the shot you want. And I gave them a profile, and all of the paparazzi rolled. It got like a 9.5. They all laughed at my profile.
They know looking through that viewfinder.
Oh, he's awful.
What was the profile? Did you...
No, I just turned... You ever look at my head from the side?
Yeah, it's awful.
It's an abomination.
We all hate it.
So I said, get this shot, and I did it. They all snapped it and laughed.
It really shows how you have no chin whatsoever.
Oh, it was awful. Jim, this way. Jim, over here to the left. Smiling. And then I had to go do a few interviews for, Montel show. And,
nice.
It was his 50th birthday, and wish him a happy birthday.
50, God bless.
Yeah.
God
I think
bless.
I said, and many more.
Yeah, that's a good...
You know who you were?
No.
He didn't know?
Why would he?
Just like Danny DeVito yesterday.
Oh, dude, none of them
He didn't know.
That was hilarious.
So they didn't
talk to Danny.
But There's supposed to be those rumors that 50 Cent was going to be there and a whole bunch of rappers.
You always get those rumors. I was at a book release party for some Who Cares book at, where was it? I think it was Privilege, actually.
Yeah.
The strip club down there on 11th Avenue.
I went with you to that.
Yeah, and remember the rumors that the Hilton sisters were supposed to be there? Whenever you're invited to... my voice ain't going to make the whole show, by the way.
Did you get the Days In sisters?
But whenever you go to these shindigs, these celebrity shindigs, they always start the rumors that some big celebrity is going to be there just to keep the people there.
Yeah.
Like the biggest celebrities there were me and Jimmy, which means nothing, trust me. And the word, everyone's like, pss, 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 the Hilton sisters, they're supposed to be here any minute. Paris and Nikki.
Yeah, sure.
They're supposed to be here. So everyone's like, well, hey, is that them over there? Any blonde in the distance look like it could have been her?
That's her, that's her.
Those things, I gave up on those things years ago.
I'd never been.
There was a
They're
rapper
just
there.
so stupid.
Who's a rapper begins with a K, Carrion or Carrion? Somebody might know. He's on BET a lot. He's supposed to be pretty famous.
KRS-One.
Oh, cut it out. I know him.
I was going old school.
Oh, that's BDP, you goose. And Montel, for his own birthday, sang a bunch of songs.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
All right, immediately now, stop. He didn't sing.
Yeah, he did. A bunch of songs.
You know who's to blame for this? Jamie Foxx. He's to blame for now every black guy thinking that they could just get a forum and start singing and they're going to be wonderful and everyone's going to want to listen. No one wants to listen to Jamie Foxx sing. They wanted to watch his movie with the Ray Charles thing.
His record sales are ridiculous.
Do you know one person who bought it?
Yes.
Who?
Jody from Staten Island.
Who's that?
I don't know.
One
worst
person.
lie I ever heard.
But get
you should have at least said Tyrone or something.
No, but get the Billboard charts.
Oh, I don't doubt it's sold.
He's the real deal. There are a lot of people that like to try to do that crossover, and they fail miserably, but you got to give it to him.
His success annoys the living crap out of me.
Yeah, why?
And I can't figure it out.
Well, we talked
why?
to him back in the day at the Grammys when we flew.
Maybe that's why.
We flew to New York for the Grammys, and he was just another good guy, just another B-list celebrity, C-list celebrity that we talked to that day. And out of nowhere, he blows up.
He's just he was on that stupid show. What show was he on?
Living Color.
Living Color.
So he's one of those that were on there that really, for years after that, it was Jim Carrey was the guy that really made the jump from that. And then the Wayans brothers kind of had their goofy movies and stuff. But he was like the one where I kind of remember him from that show. And then all of a sudden, he's on stage crying about his grandma while he's got an Oscar in his hand. Is that an Oscar in your hand?
But he was a good actor.
It annoys me.
The word on him, people always talk about what a good actor he was as a stand-up. He was a comedian. And from what was the Pacino movie? Some Sunday, the football movie.
Any Given Sunday.
And people were always saying that. And he was great as Bundini he played in Ali. He was really good in that. So he's a good actor, man. It's like he's a really good actor.
Go see Stealth. Rent Stealth.
I'm with Anthony,
Awful.
though. There's something about it that bothers me.
There's something that bothers me.
But I got to give him credit. I mean, he knows what he's doing as far as singing. But I'll agree with you. There's something about him that it drives me nuts too. I don't know.
I don't think he should be as successful as he is.
I think because maybe he's taking himself too seriously now.
Yes.
Because the reality is he was in Living Color.
Yeah.
Well, a great...
I'll rock your world.
Yeah, a great comedy show. But, he's another one of these celebrities who wants to forget where he came from, I think.
And
he wants to get a lot more respect and blah,
nice.
blah, blah.
I was home yesterday afternoon, and Young Hawk called me.
Yeah. Young Hawk, better known as E-Rock or Eric.
And Ope raises a good point. Normally, when Eric calls, it's the same feeling you get when the doctor you've had your brain tumor tested with. It's never going to be fun.
E-Rock called me, too, yesterday.
Well, Eric says to me, I
got no call from Eric.
You're lucky. Better.
Thank goodness.
I pick up. I'm like, what do you want? That's how you talk to Eric. And he goes,
hold on. I will challenge you right now.
All right.
He obviously said something that was not interesting to you, right?
Absolutely. I'll face that challenge. He says to me.
Well, because he said something to me, too, and I think mine is even more who cares than yours.
What's yours? You tell me first.
No, because you started this.
Is it about a person?
Is it about...
behind my back?
He did not... You told him the same story.
Wait.
No,
Is
which,
this about,
which means yes.
Is this him coming out of the closet? Oh, no,
The gay thing. We all know that. though.
No.
No. He told me another Howard Stern story.
Oh,
Yeah, E-Rock is all connected.
E-Rock's been in the business
E-Rock's in
for
the biz.
42 years.
He's connected.
And
he's got
only
the inside
19.
scoop on a bunch of things.
Eric is either been doing radio since he was 1 or he's 58. So I'm like...
He's got more radio stories than anyone in this room.
But I
Fair is fair, though. I think, when did he start radio? At like 14? 16. He got a very early start.
He already looks
Mark
borderline
Perreno's
retarded.
show.
But
And for West
does know
Palm
a
Beach,
lot.
because his whole family listens, the kid has a lot of potential, trust me.
Yes.
On that. He just needs to figure out when to sleep.
That young
Because he
retarded
calls
boy that
with
you
dumb
sent to us.
stuff. Because instead of telling me that story you told me yesterday, that could have been another 10 minutes you could have slept. Because I was like, oh, wow, all right, I'll do something with that info, thanks.
Click.
So my phone rings. This is not as good as the Howard Stern. My phone rings. I pick up, and he gets Eric. I'm like, this is going to be a problem. What?
Yeah.
He goes, hey, I don't know if you're doing anything, but over at XM Jazz, Paris Hilton's being interviewed.
Oh.
Do you want to probably go down there and see if we can meet her?
Does she have big feet?
Well, you raise a good point.
All right.
So I got in a cab, and 5 minutes later, I was at XM Jazz. And thank you, XM. Handled wonderfully by all the lovely people. Our name was on the list, and we get up into XM Jazz, and 5 minutes later, there's Paris Hilton, and taking a photograph with Jim Norton, and then taking a photograph with...
You got a picture with Paris Hilton last night?
Yesterday afternoon.
Where is
2:30
it?
in the afternoon.
You got your camera with you?
No, I was on what Eric has a 7.2 mega. That's what we say.
7.2.
Yeah, I have 5, which is child's play.
I get the 9s.
What?
Get the 9s that are
Oh,
around
you're
there.
a size queen with megapixels.
Yeah, size queen.
So,
I like a nice fat 9.
By the way, when he told me Paris Hilton's going to be there, this is what a faggot I am. I go, do I have time to take a shower?
Oh, God. My God. What is wrong with you?
I not only said that, but before I left, I didn't have a chain on, so I put my chain on, and I put cologne on. I put cologne on for my Paris Hilton picture. Like a douche.
She is a true professional. I'm looking at the Jim Norton Paris Hilton picture.
Yes.
And even in the picture with Jim Norton, she gives the I want to F you face.
She's sexy, man.
Wow.
You look at my hair. I'm a disaster in that photo.
Let me see.
You just took that beating like a man.
Look at that.
Even in the,
But you're
even
right,
with the
though.
picture with Jim Norton, she gives that I want to F you face.
Dude, look
She
at
takes a very good picture.
She's amazing. Look
like
at
that
my
looks
hair,
nice.
though.
She's not like,
If that's all you had to do,
She's not
you
all
would take a
slutted
good
out.
picture too, Anthony. That's her whole job
but
in
she's
life.
not all slutted out. I've seen her all slutted out, and she takes like a picture where it
Her whole
looks really
job
bad.
is to look good
She
in
almost looks
photographs.
wholesome in that picture.
She was
Because no one knows what
like
she
an
does.
ivory girl.
What does she do? Her whole job is to just look good in photographs.
She
Well, you know what
just,
she does?
rich.
You ever see the video?
Yes.
Well, all you need to do.
She's pretty good at
I'm
that.
not used to
too.
seeing her without that greenish tinge to the video.
I didn't know her mouth actually closed.
Her eyes looking like a raccoon in the road at night.
She was pleasant. I mean, it was just a quick hello. I mean,
Oh, and there's the hawk picture. Oh, what are you?
douche.
You are.
Ew! I didn't see this.
Get this, hold on.
Get this photo.
Get this on OpieandAnthony.com immediately.
You are an ass.
Dude, I took that photo and didn't notice that.
Jim,
He is leaning into
see it.
her.
he's leaning into Paris Hilton head to head. They're touching heads. And E-Rock is giving his bedroom eyes.
Ew, I didn't. You should be.
That's your
shot.
That's your bedroom eyes.
Dude, your head is against her hair and her head. She looks like she's kind of leaning away a little bit, and you are bent into her with your head against her head.
Look at the mouth
cheek
on
to
her.
cheek.
You can see the mouth is about
She's
to go.
going,
Die.
Oh, get away.
Die.
Snap the picture.
Smile, smile. Get off and die.
Wow.
Ew.
Get
He's
that
got
picture
his
up.
bedroom. It looks like you're going to start crooning to her.
You're lucky I didn't see that while I was taking the. I would have stopped the photo and bitten your face in the middle of it. That is atrocious.
She's not happy.
How can she?
no.
She's not happy in the E-Rock picture.
That-
She's much happier in the Jim Norton picture.
Because
Get these pics up so everyone can check it
I
out.
put my arm around her, and someone print out my picture of with Paris.
Your picture, E-Rock, is almost bordering on, like, rape.
That's great.
That's a big get, by the way, as far as celebrity photos.
I could have got Nikki Hilton at the Entourage thing, but I didn't following her around looking for her. I didn't care about her.
By the way,
what about a big bony feet?
Well, Eric, it's for you, Anthony. We think about you all the time.
Thank you. Yes. What's up with that? You got a mic or something?
Turn that mic on for
Why don't you lean your head into the mic like you did this poor girl's head?
Pretend there's a millionaire girl who likes hogs.
Yes, I made sure to look. She does have big feet.
Big feet. And are there a lot of tendons in them going toward the toes? Does it seem like big tendons on top?
Very skeletal.
Very skeletal. See?
Is she as hot in person?
She's
except for those talons.
She's really hot, man. I mean, you can't say she's sexy. I mean,
she's a pretty girl and she takes a good picture.
And she actually did.
I'll give her that.
She was kind of done down. She's
not done all slutty.
Dressed up. She wasn't dressed up really.
Kind of looks nice. She got a little white headband thing, a hair thing, like very retro '60s looking. Kind of nice. Looks good. Good picture.
It's pleasant.
Dog thing is disturbing as all hell.
Oh, what an ass you
leaning
are.
in. That's a boyfriend, girlfriend. You're 16 years old in the photo booth picture.
Yes, it is.
That's what that is. You put your faces next to each other and smile.
That's actually two photos spliced together. That's the photo booth boyfriend and attack victim put next to him.
Yeah.
Boy, does she not look. You can see who's happy about this relationship. This is like the Star 80 photo. That's probably the last...
Star 80, yeah.
That's the last photo. The boyfriend's just happy that she's there with him. He's got a knife in her back. She just, please get this creep away.
I hope the answer to this is no, because I don't want to chew up my knuckles punching Eric in the face. But I will get up and punch him. Is that your new picture on MySpace?
Yep. It has to be.
I got to punch you. I have to punch you.
Why?
I knew it was going to be.
But it has to be.
That's it. I just took a wild guess.
You have a MySpace account. You got a picture with Paris Hilton. Of course it has to be.
You want to see this awful picture? MySpace.com/Jim Norton.
Why, you?
You don't have Eric's
picture up.
You son of a...
No, the pictures will be up on OpieAndAnthony.com.
We're going to his site.
Right.
My picture, actually, I'm going to put mine up today on the...
MySpace hijacker. You suck.
By the way, can I clear something up?
What, baby?
Yes, I did say fly to the Grammys in New York. Yes, I took a 747 10 blocks, you asses.
From Boston, right?
God.
People are beating the crap out of me going, you flew to the Grammys in New York? Why don't you go get some sleep, Ope?
Oh, boy, now you sound stupid, don't you, jackass?
We were doing radio, see? But people don't want me to over-explain stuff. We were doing radio at the time in Boston, and they flew us to the Grammys in New York, and that's when we had an interview with Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, dummy.
Don't you feel stupid now, Brian?
Brian, you ass.
I'm an ass, but wait, you just said again that they were in New York.
Yes. Oh, my God, you didn't hear that?
Brian,
you're an idiot. You're an idiot. You're an idiot.
We were doing radio in Boston, and they flew us to New York to cover the Grammys.
Now what? Now what do you have to say?
Yeah, I remember that.
No, you don't, you stupid. You idiot.
I told you guys to give me a slight break today. Just a slight break. All right, so...
They hate their audience.
By the way, by the way, my phone call is way more who cares than yours.
What a dreamy-eyed douche he is. I can't, because he was like, can I get a picture too? It's like, hey, Eric, you hooked this up. Of course you can get a picture.
He's dreamy. His eyes, his brow is like kind of furrowed in the middle and going down a little like, hey, baby.
It's revolting.
It really is.
This photo, the head is so tilted in.
He's trying too hard, and it's so obvious in that picture to get close to her. And I'm sure he was only thinking, new MySpace picture, here it is. I got to get close to it. If it just looks like a celebrity picture, that's not good enough, because everyone has those. I want people to go to MySpace and think I'm going out with Paris Hilton. So I have to get in there and make it look different than just anybody taking a celebrity shot.
What's even more creepy is the bedroom eyes.
The bedroom
eyes.
And with the left hand, you look like she's sitting on your lap. Like it looks like Otto and George. This is your Paris puppet, you creep.
Right.
It looks like he's controlling her.
Well, we should take a break. We're running late.
Certainly.
He called me about Howard last night too. Should I tell that real fast? Do we have time? I'm eating dinner and it's E-Rock. We'll make it fast. He goes, "You're not gonna believe this one."
And of course you would.
Like, what? What, E-Rock? What happened? Well, remember when my buddy catered some breakfast for the show? I go, yeah. He had a catering job for the satellite radio company that Howard works for.
Yeah.
All the salespeople. I'm like, yeah, so? He goes, no, man. So they show up with all the catering, and they're downstairs, and they weren't allowed to go upstairs because Howard was in the building.
Really?
Okay, so that's a cool start to the story. Then what happened?
So, E-Rock, explain.
So I told him that apparently they have a policy that if Howard's in the building, anybody who has any kind of delivery is not allowed to deliver it to Sirius. They have to leave it in the lobby, and somebody has to come down and get it.
Really?
And I'm sitting there eating my dinner like,
funny.
Oh, wow, that's kind of interesting.
It's kind of funny, yeah. Could have waited.
I know.
You didn't need a phone call.
I didn't know what to say. I'm like, wow, all right, thanks. We'll do an hour on that tomorrow.
Whoa. Hold on, I'm still in shock with the potential for films and a script I see for this. Do you mean if I had something to be delivered to him, I couldn't just walk in it myself? I'd have to leave it downstairs? Please, I can't. Paint the picture for the listeners.
Well, we've heard the stories how paranoid he is, so that's not a surprise. I love the fact that they take his whole limo up in an elevator. That is the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, the whole limousine just pulls into a giant elevator and lifts him up.
The service elevator.
So he doesn't have to.
And lifts
freight
him
elevator.
And his limo all the way up.
Yeah.
How high up was that again? We were there.
I don't know, in the 40s somewhere.
40-some odd stories.
And then he can step out of the limo and be right there and not have to face any of the fans that defend him.
So, Eric, you're saying if this dreamy-eyed face of yours showed up for a delivery, they wouldn't just allow you to walk right in?
No, they wouldn't, Jim.
What are you delivering? Baby doll eyes? I'm delivering a pair of baby doll eyes.
Anybody call for these?
Anybody call for a pair of baby blues?
All right, we'll take a break.
You take a picture with a catering guy and lean your head in?
I took that picture and didn't catch it. I can't believe I didn't catch that.
How did you not? I'd have thrown the camera at his head.
I just wanted to make sure I got, I call him Son. I wanted to get Son a good picture because he hooked me up.
Bob from Boston, great radio. Let's spend all morning discussing photos that no one can see.
Yeah, because it's only 2006, you jackass jerk. Everything is available on what's called the Internet these days. If there's a picture and we talk about it, it's instantly put up on this thing called the Information Superhighway, I think they're calling it these days. You fossilized idiot. You never heard about it?
Those pictures will be up on opieandanthony.com. And trust me, when you see the picture of E-Rock, you too will laugh at him.
I don't think they're going to Photoshop this on Whackbag or any of the other places with they
hunky men.
I don't think they'll Photoshop Eric's face with Hulk Hogan,
right?
Or like Robert Reed or
the Chippendale dancers.
Oh,
yeah.
Right. Those dreamy eyes.
Big man's chest against Eric's face. They wouldn't dare do that because that would just embarrass him.
You look like you should have been like Liberace's lover or something in that picture. Liberace's boy toy.
Oh.
Little young.
All right, we'll continue. It's the O&A virus spreading across America.
And now, Reflections on James Norton with Mr. Robert Stack.
I'd sure like to be his girlfriend. Walking in the park hand in hand. Wrapping my legs around him. Cuddling in the spoon position.
All right. Lil Jimmy Norton.
Bring on the Flugelham Kramer!
On the Opie and Anthony Show.
Opie and Anthony.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Here we go!
But who knows? You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show, the O&A virus spreading across America. We're trying to figure out stuff. We just found out, I think, yesterday. Maybe Tom could correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm hearing we have $1,000 a day to give away starting next week.
There's something like that.
Thanks to the fine folks that are involved with Clerks 2, a movie I saw and really, really liked. The problem is we need some time because I know our listeners, we know our listeners, and they'll do some crazy things for $1,000 cash.
Yeah, that's the way we get people to come up and perform.
We don't want this to be a throwaway contest. A throwaway contest like the IMAC contest turned out to be. We love IMAC, but we didn't have enough time to prepare and do some nice things for them and for our listeners.
Right.
And we're kind of in the same situation. We found out, I guess yesterday, that We have $1,000 a day to give away.
Wow, you talking over that riff is really annoying.
Why?
It's just like the music itself wasn't bad, but then the guitar riff comes in, and then you talking. It's like you're trying to talk over it. It was so loud.
Tom Chiusano, everyone. Still putting his tie on.
You never put your tie on before you walk in. I like that.
Casual to the last minute.
Exactly.
He's just happy to be alive today.
He's a very well dressed man.
Read about it tomorrow in the Post.
I feel really bad for
absolutely
my fallen comrades.
A lot of really good people lost their jobs yesterday. A lot of really good people.
$1,000.
$1,000 a day.
Whatever you want to do.
Clerks 2, right?
You want to give it away at random? You got a really good phone call, a really good annoyance.
Can we just promote Clerks 2 all next week? Because that's what they want for their $1,000, right? And then can we give the money away a couple weeks from now so we can really develop this thing?
Which means if when's it open? Next Friday?
Yeah.
We promote it all week, and then after the opening, and then the whole first week it's open, you're still promoting, also and doing the contest. They're actually going to get an extra week of promotion and mentions. If we, you understand what I'm saying?
That'd be good. We just want more lead time on it to promote something. We want to come up with a real good contest.
You don't need to do we'll have other things like this. You don't need to do a contest. You can just take a phone call.
That's boring, though. We're not that nice. We want our people to work for their $1,000.
They have to suffer.
Are you kidding me?
You
think we're that nice? Hey, Bob, congratulations. We're just going to hand you $1,000.
You're the 88th caller.
Right.
We want you to look at that $1,000, wipe off your chin, and feel humiliated.
We want them crawling through not even mouse traps at this point.
Yeah.
Rat traps.
Got to be something.
Got to be just
even
something
better. Yeah.
Horrific or humiliating. You're just too nice, Tom.
For me.
Yeah.
You're too nice.
Hey, just have someone call.
Come up with the humiliation. We'll see if we can find a sponsor for that.
So you just want us to give away the $1,000 every day next week?
Yeah.
Oh, man, now we got to think.
We're not used to this.
You don't.
Huh?
Don't make it harder on yourself than you need to.
No, because we want to give the people good radio.
Yeah, it's got to sound good.
$1,000.
$1,000 gets people in to do things that sounds really
that
fun
may
on the
get
air.
us fired, too.
Yeah, I know. That's
always fun.
He's thinking 10 steps ahead.
Yeah,
he's like, look, just take a call. You can't get in trouble with just taking a call.
He agrees with some of the stuff we were talking about yesterday, like, just take the 100th caller and give them $1,000.
No, it's not. You don't have to take a numbered caller. You get somebody who you like during the morning. You just say,
I like Club Soda Kenny. Can I hand him $1,000?
How about Steve from Yellowstone?
I've given Kenny enough money.
And plus, Steve from Yellowstone is a great caller.
We're fine.
Ramon, give me $1,000.
We got to do something with the money.
How about a fun contest that won't get anybody in trouble? Like maybe we have a bunch of listeners come in and they all bounce a ball.
Ooh, how about this?
Who's happy?
It's for Clerks too. So can we hide like $1,000 in a 7-Eleven and then just tell all our listeners to go find it?
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah, it's in a magazine. Yeah, that old gag where they rip apart a store.
It's in the bra of one of the patrons.
We tried to do that with WBCN in Boston. I forgot exactly what it was. We had an amazing prize. I forgot what the prize was.
I think they were tickets to something really good.
And we wanted to hide them in a library.
Yep.
Yeah, you can't do that stuff.
And they couldn't believe that we actually suggested this.
No.
And we started promoting it kind of on the air that we're going to announce a library. And then what was the prize, Ant? Do you remember? It was something really huge.
They were like Pearl Jam tickets or something.
Ah, man.
Really not. I thought they were like really good tickets to a concert.
I don't remember. Maybe Chachi could call up because he was beside himself going, what? We can't do this. They'll destroy the library.
Can we do a scavenger hunt?
No.
Okay.
How about we pick locations famous around New York City?
Yeah, that's great.
And
that's right.
And people have to arm wrestle at them.
No churches, okay?
No. Tom is panicking.
No, not panicking.
Well, there's people outside of New York that want to win as well, so we're gonna try to figure out something.
That's true.
See, in that way, if you get a great guy, I mean, it could be anybody from anywhere.
Can we do the money snatch? Thank you, E-Rock.
Oh, wow.
We have been looking for money for the money snatch.
All right.
Anthony, why don't you explain the money snatch?
Oh, great. I got to be the
Tom
diplomat.
Chiusano.
Tom, this is a great promotion.
Yeah.
It evokes the old contests of the money in the cylinder that gets blown around by the air, and then the people pluck
the famous morning zoo type contest,
or maybe pluck the money out of the air,
or they're in a bank vault.
Yeah, whatever they can bring out with them in a set amount of time, they get to keep. It's the same thing as that.
Yeah, but
it's only women.
But it's not.
But only women are involved because that. Yeah.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
All right.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
He's still interested.
The boring.
It scares me when you don't want to make eye contact.
So far,
the
so
boring
good.
part.
He's looking at his tie, talking.
So far, so good.
Him, not me. Right.
The boring part of that to me has always been the fact that they are filling up a pocket or their hands or something like that.
Yeah.
We take that
The answer
out
is
of the
no.
equation.
Right, I get you.
And
where are you going here?
He had a real rough day yesterday. He's not in the
and
best
because
mood.
it's only women that are involved in the contest. I know you understand, but some of the listeners might not.
They have
So
their own
I'll
special
explain in a little more detail.
Right, they have
There's
their
a there's a special pocket.
God's pocket.
Yes, God's pocket.
Where, of course, if they could carry out as much money as they can, they get to keep it.
Let me get back to you on that. No.
All right. That was it. Jeez.
How can we word this? The only reason we talk to you, pocket.
We're not describing the pocket.
No.
We're not describing God's pocket.
No, of course not.
Basically, well, I'm going to blow it, Anthony. You're much better at describing this stuff.
It was fine. Don't blow it.
All right, go ahead. Continue.
I did. He said no.
What's
left? The guy knows exactly what the bid is and has said no.
Why no?
Why no?
Yeah, what is the thing with that?
You got to be kidding. Why no?
We've done it already.
We're not going to describe anything.
Yeah. It was already, we did it.
We did it in NEW.
That's right.
Jeez.
Are people clothed while they're doing this?
Can Stevens let us do it?
If the women want to wear,
Ken is.
Ken was a
Do you have a boat, Tom?
if the women
a lot of time on your
if the
hands.
women want to wear socks, then yes, they will have some type of clothing on.
They'll be wearing socks, a cummerbund, and a hat. That's what they get.
Right.
So is the problem any type of like unclothed women?
The company has a
policy.
Nudity,
It's a new policy on nudity in the studios.
We call it the O&A policy.
Oh, the O&A policy.
Yeah, we start a lot of policies.
So
unfortunately.
does that include like all nudity top and bottom, or just bottomless nudity is forbidden, or is it also like topless?
Yeah, all.
How about we?
All.
So a woman can even be braless in here,
Oh, come on. No, that's silly.
How about this?
even if it's not photographed at all.
You're the stand-up guy. Yes, it is silly.
How about we'll
still no?
How about this? We'll take your money.
You got yelled at.
We'll take your money. We'll promote Clerks 2, and then we'll do the thing over at the other joint.
No, I don't think that'll work.
Why not? Because you get what you want. You get the promotion and the money. Because you're probably getting more besides the $1,000 a day, aren't you?
Oh, if we're not getting $1,000 a day, we're giving the listeners $1,000 a day.
But you're getting something on top of that to promote Clerks 2.
There has to be something coming to us in order for us to finance that. Yeah.
How about run around the park for
this business Eric?
run around park for Emily? Another contest we wanted to do, and the lawyers said no to back in the day.
Yeah.
Very innocent concept.
Could you have Ben?
Run around park for Emily.
Who's Emily?
Just a name I pulled out of the hat.
You're right.
But it's
just a very innocent.
people had a problem with the name of the contest and the act.
Well, the original name they didn't like, so we changed it to Run Around Park for Emily.
It was originally Run Around Park for Erin.
Right.
But now it's Run Around Park Emily.
Or Run Around Park Eric.
Yeah.
See? We're not stuck on the actual name Emily. It could be Eric. It could be Erin. It could be
it's just
Evan.
the way it looks, though. If you write it down and line up all the first letters of the, it's an awful contest that I've never sanctioned.
I don't agree with that contest.
I don't agree with it.
Count on you to be the
I thought it was
voice of reason.
Yes,
I thought it was fun.
You are the homeowner here.
We were just going to set a certain
responsibility.
person, whether it's a girl or a guy, loose in Central Park, and you got to find this person, and they have the $1,000
on their person.
Once again, you probably creating what they would consider a public nuisance by having people run around the park like crazy.
We know what happens whenever we relinquish command of this program to outside people.
Goes well.
We get fired.
To sleep late.
How about something like? I'm just curious. Not that we would do this. Maybe not. I don't know. But something like, do you remember the 55-gallon drum challenge? It's a lot like Fear Factor.
Okay.
We put girls, but they were in bikinis.
Gotcha.
In 55-gallon drums, about 5 of them or so. And then we would just throw the most heinous things on top of them, from live eels to crickets to rotting beef intestines and things like that. And the last one left in the barrel wins. Because a lot of these girls just go, no! and freak out and run. But it's cool. It sounds like a serial killer's basement. You hear that muffled in the barrel kind of screaming from the girls. And there's holes in the barrel, so obviously there are. So they could breathe, and you can photograph them. No nudity.
Nothing dangerous.
Great sounds coming out of it. No real danger that
no danger
disclaimer or some kind of written little waiver won't handle.
Do we have
something like that?
We have any sounds from a past 55-gallon drum challenge that we could?
You are really putting Iraq on the spot.
So
you want to take a picture with Tom, Eric? So you could put your head into his head
Where's this picture with the.
Just look at
here
this
it is.
ass. Look at how he's trying so hard to look like he really knows her.
Is she good looking in person, by the way?
I asked that already.
She is.
Listen to the show, will
She
you?
takes a good picture.
I wanted to see his reaction. I mean, I listen to every minute of the show.
Yeah.
I know you do. Trust me, your job depends on it. You don't think we know that?
I think he's interested so far in that, because there's nothing in there that's like a...
Yeah, the 55-gallon drum challenge was always something fun that we did.
Yeah.
What about something like blind boxing?
Maybe. Blind
boxing we did. We had two blind guys come up. We set up like a little boxing ring, and they would box each other based on nothing but sound. And they'd start wailing at like the crowd, people that had gathered around. It was very funny. They couldn't see each other.
It was even better when only one of them was blind.
It ended so quickly, though.
The Connie and Carlo match.
Another knockout blow.
You had a blind man, and then you blindfolded somebody.
Well, you could do that. That'd be nice.
Then the blind guy definitely has the advantage because he's used to just going by sound.
He could use his senses.
Yes.
His spidey senses.
Did you tell Tom about the problem we had with that contest? The broken ribs and the bruised
spleen. Well, that's because one of our contestants was drunk, and he wasn't able to defend himself, and he wound up getting a bruised spleen
and a few broken ribs. And possibly a punctured lung.
Boxing is an issue. I mean, I actually had to get a boxing... I was a licensed boxing promoter at one point in the state of New Jersey.
Oh, you had to be to do some promotions.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, because the stations were getting in trouble for having that slap thing.
Right.
Hot 97.
Right. Hot 97, the slap fest that they were doing, which, by the way, I saw a video of, and it was hysterical.
One of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Just two of these big,
it was horrible,
big women just
really
smacking each other in the face.
All right, listen, Paul in New York, what do you got?
Right.
Hey, Anthony. Hey, guys, how are you this morning?
Thank you, Tom.
Thanks, Tom.
That was great radio.
Nice tie, too.
Appreciate it.
Pink is so in with guys these days. Guys aren't afraid to wear pink.
It's the power color, right?
It is, right?
It's all about pink if you're an executive.
I'm secure with myself.
Right.
And I live in Chelsea.
By the way, if I could...
Yes, please.
He's coming back.
No, I got it. Give me a compliment.
Ooh, quiet.
A friend of mine came to me and said that your show on Showtime...
Oh, no.
...is the best thing he's ever seen.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy, see?
Oh, no.
On Showtime.
Oh, no.
Hey,
he's on HBO.
No, I know that.
But his friend didn't.
No, my friend did too.
Oh.
You see, Showtime's a Viacom company.
Oh, it is.
No, okay.
Hey, we're all separate entities now, my friend. CBS, Viacom.
No, absolutely. He told me it's just the funniest thing on TV at the moment.
Oh, thanks, man.
Good. Very cool. I thought you'd like that.
Cool. Look at that.
Louie on
A
it.
compliment.
That's
Tom, hold on one second. Paul in New York.
Pink says I'm comfortable with myself.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Paul, we got $1,000. We'll give it away Monday. What do you got?
I'd like to come in and offer up my hairy back and...
How hairy is your back, first of all? Hold on. How hairy is your back?
I'm not quite Wookiee level, but it's pretty hairy.
Pretty bad? And you want to do what?
Well, in Opie killing a mouse style, I'd like to throw some mouse paper on my back.
Oh, that sticky mouse where they get caught in it?
Oh. Yeah, let's take it all off, one fell swoop.
Will you allow that?
What's that?
Get it?
Probably, but I mean, I gotta
get the lawyers. Yeah. You'll sign anything, right, Paul?
Yeah, sure.
Basically, you'll get your back waxed with mouse paper. I've used the mouse paper. It's brutal.
It gets really sticky and
beyond sticky.
It's more gooey than anything. I think it'll.
I say
it'll rip hairs out, but it's going to leave you all sticky.
I say yes to this. Paul, can you do it Monday?
Monday. I could be there Monday. What time?
It's freaking 6 in the morning. I don't care.
I'm there.
You're going to have a lot of paperwork to sign.
I am there.
All right. Hold on the line. We'll get your info. Can we make that happen, Tom?
I think the chances are real good, yes.
All right. There you go. Our first $1,000 we'll give away to Paul.
And check on the 55-gallon drum thing.
Yes, sir.
Let's see if we can do
That's
that.
a good one.
Is
I'd like
my to-do list?
your to-do
My
list.
honey-do list?
Thank you.
And make sure you hit the range many times in the next week.
I will.
All right, good.
Absolutely will.
All right.
You got to play with him.
I know.
What?
That's
We're doing a golf outing for charity, for Joel Hollander's charity.
yeah, and it's going to be Opie, Tom Chiasano, who else?
Scott Herman.
Scott Herman, our old GM, and I think Les Hollander.
And some. Oh yeah,
going to be with you.
I was going to say some schmo.
No, maybe Les was. I remember somebody saying that like they're not that good, so they're with me.
Who are you with?
I don't know. I'm going to be with some hacks though. I got to be. I'm not as good as Opie. Opie's a really good golfer.
No, I'm not good anymore.
Shut up.
I'm not good anymore. I'm telling you, I haven't played in 2 years.
And this is where
Phil Simms.
Yeah, and Boomer Esiason.
Yep.
Oh, it's like a celebrity golf thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You going?
I'm not playing, but I'll go.
You won't play.
No, I have a picture with Boomer I want signed, and I want to get a picture with Phil. Am I playing? How about this? No.
Mm-hmm.
I never played golf in my life, and I'm not going to now.
Better try.
No. I don't try.
All right, we got
I try alone. Not when quarterbacks and other people are watching.
Very nerve-wracking.
Oh, you're a nothing, kid.
Let's take a break. We'll get into some things afterwards. See, it's $1,000 a day. I mean, it's boring to just give it to a caller.
No, you got to have people come up here and earn it.
I know radio has lost its balls, but we can still do some fun things with $1,000 a day.
And don't worry, we're going to work around that nude thing. We get chicks in here.
Or we'll just save it for XM. I don't give a crap.
And by the way, that mouse thing we shouldn't do because all the guys are going to do is scream.
It's the One virus spreading across America.
All right, what's the problem? Oh, boy. What's the problem? What's the problem? The Emperor is not happy with his coffee.
Oh, no. Are we going to have to break into
Jim Norton. Coffee Diva.
Look at that cup. What brand is on that cup?
I don't know.
It doesn't taste good. I don't like it.
Where do we get our coffee every day?
I like Starbucks. And I don't like supporting the savages that run most of these delis.
You're insane.
Yep.
You betcha. You might be right.
Yeah.
What is this?
You want to taste this?
Wow, that's really nice.
What?
Throw it against the wall.
I'm not diving it.
I'm a diva.
I want Starbucks coffee.
You betcha.
Jim Norton. Coffee Diva.
I know Starbucks is a big world order type of thing.
At least they're not funding terrorism.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. I want to thank Laura Stillwagon, 24, from Glen Cove. She's in New York Newsday today. They do a hotspot review thing. And she talked very highly about my brother's restaurant. I know people are sick of hearing about my brother's restaurant, but this is really, really cool. F.H. Riley's, 400 New York Avenue in Huntington Village. Laura writes, Riley's not only offers a wicked good time, but a slamming menu of fine American cuisine. Tom's going to charge me for this, I know it. But it's in the newspaper. I got to read this.
They'll just sue you after they fire us.
It says, have the mac and cheese and stay the evening for martinis, beer, and laughs. The prices aren't obscenely rude. The ambiance is casual, and you may even run into Opie and Anthony from XM/CBS Radio. Opie's brother owns the joint. My only complaint, it's a small location, but I'd rather be a little smushed with the laid-back, respectful patrons here than trapped in a dance hall with sloppy, underage, fist-pumping riffraff. So thank you to Laura Stillwagon. That is very, very cool.
And you will run into us tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow night we're doing late-night karaoke at F.H. Riley's, Huntington Village. Yes, Kenny?
Yeah, Tom won't be mad. CBS is a big part of karaoke night Friday night.
I heard they bailed because they didn't have enough time.
No, I spoke to Tom this morning, and CBS is behind karaoke night 50%. Now I'm trying to get XM to come up with the other 50.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because, well, we need security and all sorts of stuff.
You know, we're getting prizes.
We have prizes, and maybe we'll bring some of that cash over.
Yeah, maybe some of that cash?
No, we have no idea. We're just going to hang with the listeners and have some fun. That's it. Late night karaoke at my brother's joint.
Couple of shots,
tomorrow night.
Shots.
Yes.
I understand we'll be handing out T-shirts. I know how to get people down.
You're terrific, Jimmy.
I'm good. I know how to motivate people.
When you hand them out, they should be called T-he shirts.
Or T-cell shirts.
He has one.
So we don't even have to promote it because it is a small joint, and I'm sure it's going to be crowded already, but there you have it.
I can't think of a song. I personally will never sing. I don't sing.
Well, if
not even Sabbath.
No, especially not Sabbath.
You wouldn't want to desecrate it like that.
Of course not. I'm going to sing War Pigs.
I'm sure my brother's working on
Danny's.
I'm sure my other brother's working on his latest creation. He was a hit last time with Bubba Is a C.
Well, yeah, that was very memorable.
All right. We got a Barbaro update today. And I got some observations. Ant's got some observations. But here's the latest on Barbaro. He won the Kentucky Derby, obviously, and he broke his leg during the Preakness, right?
Right.
Barbaro's condition took a turn for the worse on Tuesday when tests revealed a bacterial infection had spread to the hind leg that isn't broken. Barbaro's condition is potentially serious, and we are aggressively seeking all treatment options, his chief surgeon said in a statement. Barbaro's jockey, Edgar Prado, tells Good Morning America he's nervous.
Things are not going right so far. He's been having some problems, with the leg that he got injury, and the other leg too.
Prado was riding Barbaro back on May 20th when the Kentucky Derby winning colt took a stunning tumble just a few seconds into the Preakness.
This horse is so dead, it's not even funny. They should have put him down when he broke his leg at the Preakness right away so the thing wouldn't suffer. But the thing is worth millions and millions of dollars, so they're keeping it alive just to try to get as much you-know-what out of him.
That's what they're doing.
There's a guy with a glove on in there every day, and the horse is probably like, wow, breaking your leg isn't so bad.
This is fantastic.
That's what's going on, because the stud fees have got to be ridiculous for a horse like that.
Probably $50, maybe $100.
Could be a little more than that, Jim.
And that's probably why he's taking a turn for the worse. He's probably at this point so weak from what they're doing to him.
There's no energy at all.
Right.
Yeah.
He's like LaMotta. He's trying to dump like ice water.
Dehydrated.
He's just like, no, not again. Get away. Here comes the guy with a glove and a bucket.
No fooling around. I told you, no fooling around. I got to fight the infection.
See, this is the type of things we want to know. Why doesn't the news take this angle? What's going on after hours?
Are they doing that to him?
Of course they are.
Gotta be.
Of course they are.
Because
money in the bank.
Because this horse is never going to run again.
No.
And then you got to think the bills are ridiculous to keep this horse alive. So they're thinking, all right, it's worth it because we're going to get this out of him.
Bunch of buckets with cellophane. It looks like a tapioca pudding factory. They're all in a closet.
His leg mobilized by a titanium plate and 27 screws, Barbaro seemed to be healing nicely. But 10 days ago, the colt developed a fever and an infection in both hind legs. The vets performed surgery to remove the infection, but apparently it has returned.
It is a very significant problem, and it's very concerning.
Something about this champion's plight struck a chord with the public. Letters and cards are still pouring into his hospital.
What is he going to read of you dummies?
Cards are pouring in.
Dear horse, eat this.
People are so stupid.
And the news is stupid. That something was we were all watching the Preakness and saw the horse break his leg live on TV, and we all went, holy crap, did you see that?
But who's writing cards and letters to his hospital?
Dear Barbaro, I love your cousin and the Godfather. Get well soon. Your grandson, Frank. Stinks.
2 infected legs and he's still alive.
Just shows you how stupid this country is. There are actually people out there writing letters to a horse to get better.
Men are coming here to kill my horse. I want you to stand outside and watch the door.
Thought I got all you guinea jockeys locked up.
This is the attitude. Here's Greg in Philly. Listen to this real fast. Greg.
Oh, you know what? Let this thing suffer as long as possible, and then make sure it dies, because the only letter I'm going to send it is an anthrax letter. How much money we lost from the bet that at the race, how much money we lost is unbelievable.
He was favored.
Yeah, he cost a lot of people a lot of money.
A lot of people lost some money on that one.
That is the reality.
Struck a chord with the public. Letters and cards are still pouring into his hospital. But if Barbaro's condition doesn't improve, The team caring for him will have some tough decisions to make.
It looks like he cannot live comfortably. They will go ahead and decide to have him put down.
Kill him.
Before this setback, vets had pegged Barbaro's odds of survival at 50-50. Today, they'll announce their new prognosis. For Good Morning America, Nancy Weiner, ABC News, New York.
Weiner. He's dead by the end of the week.
Oh,
yeah.
Dead by Monday.
I think he's going to make your money.
Barbaro. I'm not going to race him. I'm going to put him out to stud with no legs, 2 wheels strapped to his butt.
That's right. Like Heather Mills. I'm just going to have him go in circles. You know what you ought to do? You ought to pick up a saw and then say there's going to be 4 really lucky people with something to hang over their doorways. I'd sell those little stupid shoes. I'd make my money in shoe sales.
It's they got to figure, I guess, the medical cost offset by the blacksmith charges that they're going to save on. 50% off.
Let's say hi to Charlie. Charlie.
Hey, guys, how are you?
Hey, Charlie.
For the horse to be
they took my hoof, Charlie.
Absolutely.
They took my hoof.
Thinking of the exact same thing. Wow.
Yes, Charlie, sorry.
Yeah, for the horse to be registered and raced, the babies, Barbaro has to stand stud, so he'll have to mount the mare.
Wait, it can't just be done artificially?
No, it can't be done artificially. For the baby to be a registered horse and to race, he has to stand stud. He has to do it himself.
Because then they'd be like genetically probably doing all kinds of crazy stuff.
Well, how come I've heard of people using artificial insemination to make racehorses?
They can do that, but the horse isn't a registered thoroughbred, and it's not. I mean, there's other races where you can race any horse, but I guess, for the sanctioning, he has to stand stud.
Oh, so they're really freaking out because they're trying to get this horse healthy enough to actually mate.
Needs his back leg. What are they going to put him in a big harness like Patrice? Like Patrice O'Neill talking about his sex harness. They'll just hang him up in one of those big harnesses. Hey, what are you doing?
Right.
My legs hurt.
Wow, we learned something new today. I had no idea about that.
I didn't know
about that.
Excuse me?
I didn't know about all that paperwork and the technicalities.
Yeah, we had no idea.
Okay, guys, punch it out.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
All right.
Yeah, I guess the old turkey baster thing don't count.
Wow, how about if they just want to send the guy with the glove in to make really expensive shakes?
Let's say
that'd be a great contest. Drink this for $1,000, you silly goose.
And a $5 milkshake.
Yeah, what would you do for $1,000 cash? Travis is still taking your phone calls. Let's say hi to Greg in Jersey. Greg.
Hey guys, big fan. Hoo hoo. Just wanted to, I'm down here in South Jersey, and they run with this Barbaro story since this stupid horse snapped its leg. They go with it over murders in Philadelphia. It's amazing.
Of course, that's what the news does.
They will go with this story if this thing takes a dump before they go with crazy stuff. And my wife and I just go crazy.
You're in South Jersey?
Yeah, right. I think this horse is it's stationed or wherever the hell it is. It's just in South Philadelphia, South PA, like Kenneth Square. So they go with it like it's like the freaking Eagles playing a football game. It's crazy.
If we teach you guys one thing throughout this run is that the news is ridiculous. Your newspapers are ridiculous. Your local news should not even be called news anymore. It should be called an entertainment program.
It's a kind of almost reality program.
You want to hear the front page of the New York Post today? There's 3 stories with equal billing on the front page of the New York Post. Actually, not even equal billing, because the top half of the Post, Christy Brinkley, marriage shocker. She's getting a divorce.
Wow.
That is on the front page of the New York Post.
I can't believe it.
Sharing space with that headline. Michael Strahan's XXX home video secret. What's the deal there, by the way, Anthony? He was secretly taping his soon-to-be ex-wife's sister, allegedly.
The wife is making allegations in court that before they were married, he had bought a bunch of video equipment, one of which was a clock radio with a camera in it, and put it in the room that the sister would stay in and get naked. And the wife is alleging that he took videos of her. And her proof, that she says, is the fact that one time Strahan paid her off something like $30,000 out of nowhere. And she said that was a payment to, keep her quiet and settle down, and keep the relationship going. After you videotape the girl's sister. Shouldn't that tell you right there, maybe this guy ain't the guy for me?
Right.
And if you do go with him, doesn't it show that maybe you're a little bit of a gold digger?
Yeah, it's your problem at that point.
Yeah.
You know what you're getting into. Who knows? At this point, who do you believe? She seems like a complete kook, but Michael seems like he's had some things going on as well.
Without getting into it all again, I went through a divorce, and it just sucks. The lawyers suck. Everybody's an ass, and it's a horrible thing. But there's something that made me prejudice, something, maybe getting screwed over, where I read certain things and just laugh my ass off. And one of them was Michael Strahan listening to his wife's testimony yesterday, and she's saying that they were trying to get pregnant, and at that time, that sensitive time where she's trying to get pregnant, Michael's trying to lower her prenuptial agreement, and take money off it. So she's on the stand crying, and Michael Strahan, while his wife is on the stand crying about not being able to get pregnant, turns to the media booth where all the media is and just starts laughing, and they're snapping pictures of him laughing as his wife is crying on the stand about how she couldn't get pregnant.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it.
Good for him.
Love Strahan.
So that's the latest on Michael Strahan. So you got Christy Brinkley, the top half of the cover of the New York Post.
Who they were calling the gap-tooth gridiron great. These posts that got to come up with these.
So you got Christy Brinkley getting a divorce. You got Michael Strahan's thing. And then you got Act of War, of course, the Israeli thing.
Oh, and then we got the beginning of World War III, which I think should be a top story.
Yeah, that shares the front page of the Post with Christy Brinkley and Michael Strahan. These dopes. And then the death toll in India, I guess, continues to rise drastically.
Oh, yeah?
Where's the latest on that in the New York Post?
What are we up to?
Let me see. India. Let's see. India. Holy crap. I don't even think it's in the paper anymore.
Where are we? It was old news. It just happened.
India.
Someone call Dell customer support and see if anyone answers. That'll gauge on how many Indians died in that crash.
India.
Bastards.
India. Holy crap. I'm not kidding. I don't even think the New York Post is covering it.
Hello, my name is Mitch. How can I help you? Your name's not Mitch. You're not in Chicago. You're nowhere in the United States. No, I am Mitch. How could I help with your Dell order? No. What? Hello, my name is Peter. No, it's not. It's Uba-Luba. Hate that. They lie to you right off the bat.
Oh, my God.
And by the way, Christy Brinkley's going through her fourth divorce, and the two of her and her husband have a daughter, Sailor Lee, and a son, Jack Paris.
She must,
Sailor Lee is the daughter's name.
My brother named his daughter Sailor.
No, he didn't.
I swear to God.
I don't buy it.
And he loves this program.
It's a good show.
So why don't you talk to my brother right now? He's listening.
What do you call that for short?
Admiral?
He was just trying to come up with different names for his kids instead of the same old.
Absolutely. And look, I have nothing against sailors. I mean, they're steaming in New York here all the time.
Well, there's no coverage in the New York Post on the terrorist act there in India. But moving back to the Strahan thing, Andrea Pazer, she's just terrific with her column. Her headline is Pervert Giants, a horse's rear end.
But end, because he was an end, a defensive end.
Right.
Patoot. A horse's patoot.
No, end ties in with football.
Right, it does.
And she put it like in the one quote.
She is just not happy. Clear the courtroom and hide the kids. The divorce battle between Giants defensive end Michael Strahan and his lovely bride Jean.
Lovely. She's already.
Have you been following this case? She's not that lovely.
She's already slanting the story.
She married a guy who used to come in and get hand treatments.
Right.
Oh, yeah, that's true love.
Wait, what?
She worked in some salon, and he would go in there and get, like, these hand treatments, whatever he would buy, like, skin products.
Oh, I thought she was giving the hand treatments.
No, not hand treatments like that.
Oh, not the...
Well, when Jim talks about hand treatments, what am I supposed to think?
No,
right. I thought
actually he's getting his hands nicely lubed.
Exfoliation type stuff.
Oh, well, that's not what I'm thinking when it comes out of your mouth.
And Strahan's not a bad-looking guy, but let's be honest, that big monster walking in with 6'5", this big man tackling hands going, could you scrub these? It's not exactly marriage material right off the bat.
Oh, man.
He was a football player and made millions.
Well, Andrea is not happy in the Post today. Clear the courtroom and hide the kids. The divorce battle between Giants defensive end Michael Strahan and his lovely bride, Jean, devolved yesterday into a sordid suburban saga of liposuction, lies, and videotape.
Can we stop the blah and videotape thing? The duh and videotape. How old is that movie?
Yeah, I really had
old.
Beautiful Jean Strahan sat up straight.
She's lovely and beautiful.
Sat up straight in the witness chair in her expensive off-white suit and tousled mane of North Dakota-grown hair. Jean claimed that Michael secretly videotaped Jean's sister undressing in a guest bedroom of the house they shared in Pennsylvania in 1997 before they were married.
Before they were married?
So she left him.
Good boy.
Wait, this was before you said all
Before they were
this.
married.
Good for
Well,
Michael.
now so she left him. So why'd she come back?
She came back.
Like you said, you got to know what you're getting into at that point.
Why
you
wouldn't she
gold
come
digger.
back? Because she's saying that she came back, or they're saying.
She came back after Michael wired $30,000 into Jean's bank account.
Yeah. So he was like, look, I'll give you 30 G's, you come back.
And Andrea has nothing to say about that? That's kind of weird.
No, then she went off. She was going to go further, but the judge
Court
upheld
observers
an objection.
Court observers waited with obscene interest to hear if the money was meant for Jean or was intended to silence her poor semi-dressed sister. She managed to shriek no when her lawyer Ellen Marshall asked if the money was for her, but the judge cut her off saying this tidbit was irrelevant to the divorce case, so how could Jean have forgiven Michael? I must have been in a bad place in my mind, Jean told me later. Unknown is the location of Jean's brain when she discovered 2 years into their relationship that Michael was still married to his first wife, and the wife had just given birth.
Yeah, see? This woman is stupid. All right, he's a scumbag, but this woman is stupid for sticking with this guy.
He's just being a guy.
Why would she stay with him? Money.
It was all about the money.
All about the cash, and now she's trying to get even more.
Why the hell did you go and marry him, I asked her. This is Andrea in the Post. I loved him, she told me. The Strahan divorce may be the most raucous entertainment ever to hit the Newark family court. We also were treated to the news that in 2001, Michael underwent... Can we say this word?
He wanted to get some analysis done because she was not getting pregnant.
Yeah.
So he wanted to be analyzed on his end.
Yeah,
probably tested her as
make
well.
sure, because it does take a man and a woman to make a baby,
Right.
and they both need certain parts that work properly. So the guy goes in there and gets his little swimmies counted.
Make sure she can be fertilized.
Yeah.
It says Michael underwent blank analysis. Use your favorite word in that blank.
Tadpole analysis.
Tranny analysis?
Mayonnaise analysis.
Oh, God.
It was a really weird analysis. It was done in the back seat of a vehicle, and we asked the girl, "Are you testing it?" And she went.
Anyway, that's just terrific. But no sign of what's going on in India, the latest.
Yeah, and the Israelis are attacking Beirut.
You just don't screw with the Israelis, man.
Why are you kidnapping Israeli soldiers?
Day. It's the same day. Like I like the way we respond sometimes, but it usually takes too long. They just, the same day, just start bombing the crap out of stuff. Yeah. Cutting countries in half, blowing up bridges, blowing up headquarters of Palestinian leadership. Oh, it's great.
They're kidnapping Israelis. You can't kidnap the soldiers of another army and not have it be declared an act of war.
Nope, and that's exactly how they're looking at it. And now they have they're fighting on two fronts. Now they got Lebanon.
They'll smash both of them.
That they're fighting on. And the thing is, it's kind of like the Israelis pulled out of the Strip, the Gaza Strip, and instantly, what went there? Was it Palestinians going, thank God they, opened up the Gaza Strip for us. We're going to settle here and build it. They put outposts and locations so they could shoot mortars into Israel. It's not like they gave them the land back to build on or to act civilized on. They used that land that was then given back to them in a pretty good gesture to just set up outposts and mortars to fire into Israel. It's this. There's no reasoning with these people. That's what people don't understand. There's no reasoning. You don't go, look, we'll make a deal. You can't deal with people that just want you destroyed. And that's pretty much what they're doing.
My friend's sister is Israeli, and she's a translator, and she works like she's translated like stuff with Arafat, like she's on that level as a translator, and she was in on a lot of the meetings they had, like the highest level you can go, Arafat and whoever in Israel he was talking to, and she was a very liberal Israeli. She was for an Israeli, apparently very pro-Palestinian.
Yeah.
And she felt that they were wrong, the Israelis were wrong, her own people were wrong, and she said after she sat through those meetings, she actually called my friend's boyfriend, who was owner of a comedy club, arch conservative, and said, "You're right, Arafat's a pig." They offered him everything, and he turned it down because he wanted it to keep going.
Because it's nothing. It has nothing to do with solving the problem. And believe me, the Israelis aren't all innocent in this whole thing either. Not. They've been trying to grab up as much land as they can since the 40s in Israel.
They will use any excuse. You know, some guy stole a pack of gum from the store. We'll take that block.
We need a 15-mile buffer zone. What happened? It was a guy. His feet smelled. Buffer zone. They don't want a solution to the problem. They want, and what they want, and it's the same thing that we're dealing with terrorism. It's not this compromising thing or the way we look in the world and how they view us. There's this hatred of anybody that isn't Muslim and that doesn't follow this Islamic guideline, and they look at that and say these people, their belief is that they must be destroyed.
Look at the president of Iran. The president of Iran is saying that Israel will be wiped off the map.
Yeah.
What other presidents are talking about wiping?
How do you deal with that and try to bargain with it?
Yeah.
It's like that scene in The Terminator. You can't be reasoned with. It can't be bargained with. It's the Terminator. It's here to kill you. It's a machine.
Let's say hi to Mohammed in San Antonio. Mohammed.
Yeah, how you doing, guys?
Hey, Mohammed, I'm going to take a guess as to what side of this issue you're on.
Let's guess, but let's give him his. We'll give him his time. Go ahead, Mohammed.
Okay. Well, you have to be, first of all, a Palestinian to know how the life is over there. You say they pulled out of Gaza, and we're supposed to thank them, and everything is dandy. Who controls the borders? Nobody could get out. Nobody could get into the Gaza Strip. The life is horrible over there.
I'm not saying they should thank them. Okay, that's silly. But what they shouldn't do is then use that land. How about something called a good gesture? How about using the land to live on instead of setting up listening posts and rocket bases and launching missiles into another country?
Okay, but the missiles that you're speaking of, you have to kind of look at it on a day-to-day basis. The issue is that they gave back the land, okay? They still continued with their targeted assassinations of Palestinians.
But that's in response
to call us Palestinian militants.
But that's in response to the fact that it's a terrorist organization that is now in charge. Of course they're going to eliminate the leadership. They're the ones sending bombs into buses and ordering missiles to be launched into the country.
And Hamas has said they would never accept Israel as a country.
And now they're running the show.
What do you expect? I mean, I'm honestly asking you, what do you expect them to do when Hamas takes over and they're the ones who have been funding all these attacks, and they are open about having funded the attacks, and they're saying we want the end of Israel. We will not accept them as a country.
Yeah.
How is Israel supposed to respond?
Do you really believe that Hamas has the power to end the Israeli state? Do you know how powerful militarily they are?
Dude, no, I'm not saying they have the power to.
That they can't.
No, Mohammed, I'm not saying they have the power to. What I'm saying is that they have said that they want the end of it. So when attacks are coming and they're still sponsored by Hamas, what is Israel supposed to do if not target the leaders of the organization?
Just because somebody wants the end of somebody doesn't justify just punishing the whole entire nation.
No, I understand, and I don't think the whole nation should be punished. But what I'm saying is Hamas has said that they want the end of Israel. They're as militant as you can be. And now they're running the show. So when attacks are still coming on Israelis, and you know Hamas is behind a lot of them, and the people who run Hamas are behind a lot of them, what is Israel supposed to do if not respond by attacking those leaders?
Anywho, these problems have been going on for years and years, and it's not going to be solved on the Anthony show. And I love you, Jimmy.
Thank you.
All right. Of course you love Jimmy.
Thanks,
Jimmy
Mohammed.
is a terrorist.
It was just a question. I mean, it was just a legit question.
It is. You know what? You know what the bottom line is with that whole situation? It's almost the chicken egg thing. Like both sides are guilty within.
Well, the answer
reason.
is chicken, of course, because if you hold an egg and try to do that, it slips out of your hand. At least the chicken flutters.
In some German videos, you're right.
Wait,
we got to take a break. We're so late.
Oh, okay.
We're so late.
I'm gonna go tink.
And I think Otto and George, are they here yet?
Where's Otto?
No Otto and George yet? Okay.
Find me, Otto.
I want to talk about Israel.
We got to talk about the big dig in Boston there, the Ted Williams tunnel when we get back. That's a crazy situation. Mancow is, wants to make sure all his competitors are really scared out there. We got the latest from him. We got...
Who?
Exactly. We got other things as well. It's the O&A virus spreading across America.
Go get my limo.
Anthony.
I got my herdies.
Jim Norton.
That makes me sound like a really talented comic.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Only creeps listen to this program.
That's right.
That's a bunch of lies.
Sit down and put on your laughing hat.
It's time for the Opie and Anthony Show.
Hear what everybody else is talking about.
O&A Uncut and Live, continuing the show on XM Satellite Radio, starting at 9 a.m. Eastern.
Visit xmradio.com to subscribe.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
We must say hi to Boston today. Everybody listening to us on WBCN, they're in hell up there. This instant feedback says it all. It's looks like Glenn in Massachusetts. Does anybody realize the whole effing city of Boston is shut down because some a-hole thought he could hold a couple of tons of concrete up in the air with some epoxy around the bolts? Hanging a slab of rock over a highway seems like a real bad idea.
Yeah, good one. I guess the Ted Williams tunnel there, going to Logan, is falling apart. They checked out a few more sections of it because big section fell down, killed a woman in a car. Tons of concrete fell down. I guess the guy she was with, was that her husband or some guy? He was able to crawl out, but she got squished underneath all this concrete. You're just driving through a tunnel, trying to get somewhere, and a big chunk falls on you.
The person you're with is dead.
Yeah.
Stinks.
Dead. And, so they checked out some of the other parts of the tunnel to see if they were having the same kind of problem. Some kind of metal holding, some device that holds up the concrete. It's like a metal, almost like a hook. And they found ones that were failing.
Yeah,
so they got to shut the tunnel down.
Now they're reporting 60 signs of loose bolts and other potential failures. Found in the same big tunnel where a motorist was crushed by falling concrete.
So much corruption up there. So much corruption as far as their construction goes.
Yep.
That goddamn Mass Pike Authority with their toll booths that were supposed to be gone once the highway was paid for. It's been paid for 100 times over, and they're still sitting there because nepotism and corruption and politicians with their hands in each other's pockets, and Kennedy and Menino and all of them, just the corruption that goes on. And look at what happens. They have the hugest, one of the biggest civil projects in American history. The Big Dig goes down, the most expensive anyway. And what happens? It's barely finished, and whammo, a piece comes down and crushes a woman.
It's already collapsing.
It's already falling apart. And this is after they had all the reports of the leaks that were coming in. Unbelievable.
Well, you came up with a good idea before the show, by the way.
Oh, the curse of Ted Williams?
It's the curse of Ted Williams' head.
The curse of the Tedino?
Tedino? Let me play the famous clip here.
He said, well, we don't have to freeze his whole body. We can freeze his head.
Yes. Ted Williams and his, just his head.
Just his head is frozen.
Is still on ice somewhere. You got to bury his head.
Until you bury Ted's head, the Ted Williams tunnel will continue to kill. It is a monster. It is a killing machine. Dare drive into the maw of the Ted Williams tunnel Will you leave? Will you make it through? Who knows? Until Ted's head is 6 feet under where it belongs, the threat is there, folks.
So people in Boston just losing their mind.
Attorney General Tom Riley said a contractor and project manager knew about the problems in that section of the tunnel as early as 1999, 7 goddamn years ago, with 5 bolts. I wonder what a contractor, gee.
And what'd they do?
Probably trying to figure out why it wasn't fixed.
Probably, hey, you know, that might cost a little extra. We could shave the money off of that, add it onto this end, and that'll mean more for this guy, who's a good friend of mine.
There you go. Hey, moving on. What are the big stories in New York? Really fast. Off the top of your head, Anthony. Even national stories, international stories.
They're still going with the stupid bomb, the blown-up building.
Oh, God, we forgot about that.
That's kind of
Dr. Boom.
Dr. Boom, they're still investigating.
Tornado touchdown.
They're saying a tornado touchdown 20 miles north of Manhattan.
You got the terrorism in India. A lot of things going on, right?
Israel smashing everybody's face.
Right.
Well, the news just had a cute story about a 2-headed cat, everybody. Well, you know. Turns into newscaster improv, complete with meow sound effects.
No, the thing looked disgusting. It looked like a hatchet was taken to its head.
Yes, this is your news.
Did they do meow sounds?
Well, if a cat has 9 lives, does this little kitty have 18?
Because 2 times 9. Let me do the math.
Shut up.
Cronkite would have said that.
Yeah.
Maybe she should have said because of the danger of the 2 heads, does he have 4.5?
She did not add 9 plus 9. Uh-oh.
Hope.
They were showing pictures of this kitten, 2-headed kitten. And it's not a 2-headed kitten. It's like 2 3/4 heads stuck together, and it looks like it's split right down the middle. Like it's all red and goopy.
Well, here's the story.
Well, if a cat has 9 lives, does this little kitty have 18? Check this out. This cat was born with 2 faces. The female, named Gemini, came into the world late Sunday night.
Clever.
4 eyes and 2 noses are independent, but the 2 mouths appear to flow into one throat. Yes, folks, I said it, one throat. So far, Gemini is doing fine and getting stronger every day. Several vets say that they've never seen anything like this before. If she does survive,
prepare for the improv.
She needs surgery to remove extra tissue between her 2 mouths. But wait, aren't there 2 cats? One throat, 2 cats?
I could have sworn we've seen these cats
We have
before.
seen this cat before. I remember. It was like, maybe it was 2 mouths or something like that.
This is a new one.
Well, she was born on Sunday.
It was born on Sunday. This is a new one.
But there is another cat
Near which power plant? Nuclear power plant. Near which power lines?
There's Gemini. But I think there should be 2 names.
All right. I wonder if Jill has anything to say about this.
Jill, what do you think? Well, the crazy cat lady. And someone's barking out here. It's a meow, please. I would love to take care of this cat. If anyone's watching, please bring it to my house to join all the hundreds of others I have. Poor little thing. So cute.
Couldn't they do something more valuable at that time, like sell an ad for adult diapers?
That's the point we're trying to make.
They are just worthless dummies. I hate the news people. They're so stupid. What, didn't they see cats like this before? I don't know. You're the media. Why don't you investigate it?
It was born on Sunday.
Who else gets that douche feeling when you know they're about to improv and it's going nowhere?
Crashing and burning.
I just feel it.
Here's how you can tell. You hear this.
Yeah.
Didn't they, shuffle. Here comes some fascinating dialogue, hon. Set the TiVo. Wasn't it, thanks, more papers. Born on Sunday?
Let's say hi to Greg in Westchester. Greg.
Why would you ask that when you're supposed to be telling people the news?
Yeah.
You don't ask rhetorical questions.
Yeah.
Did Cronkite go?
Yeah.
I don't know. Something happened in Dallas. Wasn't the news bad?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Didn't his head come apart back there? Who knows?
Yeah, exactly. Greg, Westchester, go.
Hey, what's going on? I was just letting you guys know that tornado you guys were talking about, or mentioned for a minute, it was pretty crazy, man. It ripped through a town up here, Hawthorne, that I'm in.
In the words of Jim Norton, was it?
It was nuts, man. It was nuts.
Yeah, just like the Tornado Alley there in the Midwest.
Look, Greg, don't embarrass us.
Some trees.
We got a lot of listeners in the Midwest that are listening from Tornado Alley. Where the hell that is?
Little siding, a little vinyl siding comes off. Some trees come down. A few cars get ruined. But really,
the
tornado.
Local news did a whole 2 hours on it yesterday here in New York because of a tornado north of the city. That affected. How many people did that tornado really affect?
Well, no one died.
That they had to eat up all the time. I wanted to watch The Insider to see what's going on with Tom Cruise's baby. Instead, I get tornado coverage.
Where's Surrey?
All right, guys. I'm sorry then.
Surrey Watch is up to day 86.
Day 86 on the Surrey Watch?
86 days, and we haven't seen Tom Cruise's kid yet. But I didn't get to get the updates because I had to watch the tornado coverage. It was terrific, I got to tell you. They showed power lines down, and they showed some trees on top of cars.
Isn't it just strong wind?
What do you mean?
On the East Coast, like, we don't really get tornadoes. You could get some spinning wind.
No, they're starting to say that this was definitely a tornado. It's rare, but it's happened.
Yeah?
It's happened in the past. Very rare, though. They call it tornadic. What was it?
Tornadic action.
Tornadic activity.
Tornadic activity.
So...
You're right. Diane Sawyer has the Vaseline lens going. Stop trying to soften this old bag. She's 78.
They really are.
Stop trying to be sexy with your red lipstick and your little blonde wig. God, is that irritating. She has hair like E-Rock. Really annoys me. You look like Diane Sawyer. Oh, where is he?
He's on camera. You never see them both at the same time.
Absolutely, you're right.
Let's go to Anthony in Hawthorne.
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 What's up, guys?
How you doing there, Anthony?
Who is the rich ass that decided it has to be called Hawthorne?
I have no
Fred or
clue.
Pete Hawthorne?
Some ass that went to prep school.
The Hawthorne family?
Let's make it difficult to say for everybody.
Hawthorne.
Hawthorne.
Oh, whatever.
A W, a T, and an H in a row.
Let's say, let's go, Anthony. Sorry.
Anyways, I'm sorry. I was on the Taconic, actually, heading north when it happened. I actually, I was kind of in it, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden it starts downpouring, and I'm like, all right, whatever. All of a sudden cars start pulling over, and I'm like, oh, this doesn't really happen that much where people start stopping in the middle of Taconic. So everybody puts their hazard lights on, and next thing you know, this hail for about a minute and a half starts coming down, like, for at least a minute and a half. And next thing you know, my car, I swear to God, must have moved at least a foot. No joke. With
A foot? Dude, that's more than 10, 11 inches.
They call that the finger of God.
That's right.
That's
Shuffling along.
Category 5.
Crazy,
what?
And God's showing how silly he is again. Just blowing out a huge pane of glass at a church up there. Why wouldn't he leave the churches alone?
Exactly.
I lived in the Midwest, too, and I'm telling you, I've never been in storms like a storm in New York
Never.
like that.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, it sounds like we're lucky to have you.
Global warming.
Absolutely it is.
Thank God you're okay, man.
All right.
Had things gone differently, we wouldn't have had this last couple of moments.
Let's go to Rich in Bohemia. Rich.
Yeah, Al Gore predicted that tornado.
He did.
Yeah, in his movie.
He said there would be tornadoes in the east.
Yes, it's global warming.
All right.
Wow.
He was just messing. Screw it. Let's go to Matt in Connecticut. Matt.
And it'll be blowing boring callers all over the place.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Matt.
Hey, Matt.
How you doing? Yeah, actually, I was just going to say, ever since I started listening to you guys, I notice every time, like, I listen to the news or, watch the news or whatever, it's just, you always notice all the stupid little chit-chat, they always say. It's just so retarded.
The News Improv is one of our favorite new bits. We're getting a lot of people from all over the country to send their local news doing that News Improv thing. Keep sending them in to Danny@FoundryMusic.com. We'll do another segment on that soon.
But send in, I want you to do this too. Send in the station and their names, please. We never have names of these people to play. We should have names to call out because you might hear the same guy 5 times in a row.
Oh, you just get that uncomfortable feeling when you listen to this crap. So it's Danny@FoundryMusic.com, FOUNDRY.
And watch these phonies shuffling their papers. Watch them. They always have this.
There's no reason for it.
There's a teleprompter.
Michael from Tennessee, we sleep through F2 tornadoes here. I laugh at your little storm.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said don't embarrass us to the rest of the country. Because there's people that have real tornado problems almost, every other week or something, it seems.
People in Hawthorne, there were papers blowing in a circle in front of the delicatessen.
Yeah. Meanwhile, they're getting like 5s on the Fujita scale. The Fujita tornado scale.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, we got the Surrey update. Thank you.
Oh, thank God.
We'll play that in a minute.
Where's Surrey?
But first, why not? Let's do some news teases. What do you say?
I love the news tease.
We got a new batch of news teases. We can do a few here.
Since we're talking about the news, why not show them in all their glory what they do best? Try to scare the crap out of America. That's what they do. They get on. Maybe you're watching a show. Maybe you're watching House. Maybe you're watching Desperate Housewives, and all of a sudden a news tease will come for what's coming up at 10 or 11. And it can't just be, hey, we're going to tell you the news. Here's some of the headlines we're working on. It's got to be, your shoes can kill you. Can they? What? Your child could be playing with a toy right now that could kill it.
But we're not going to tell you until Monday.
But that's scary. What? And then they tell you, and it's really nothing. It's just to suck you in to watch. Hate the news.
All right, here we go. The first scary news tease.
Buckle in.
By the way, we also got to pay close attention to see if it qualifies for the News Tease Hall of Fame.
Okay, sure.
All right? This was the latest entry in the News Tease Hall of Fame, by the way. This one made it.
Could frequent hiccups be a sign of cancer? Watch News 8 at 10.
Yeah, that is a Hall of Famer right there, folks. Hall of Fame. It's got all the features. It's horrifying because everyone's horrified of getting cancer.
Oh.
No, getting the hiccups, yes. And it's something so common. I don't think there's a person walking the globe who hasn't at some point gotten the hiccups for longer than you've wanted it.
Right.
So how are the hiccups and maybe having cancer tied together? There's no answer to it. So it's just meant to scare as many people as they possibly can.
To get the biggest audience to watch the rest of the news.
You're walking along. Where's my wig?
Oh, my God. Chemo.
Wig.
All right, here we go.
No eyebrows.
Here's the latest scary news tease that came in. Listen to this one.
And a urinal that could save lives. NBC 10 explains what it's all about. Tonight at 11. Turn to NBC 10.
All right.
A what?
A urinal that could save lives. What the hell?
Is that the new superhero from Marvel Comics?
I am urinal.
That's right. He hands out cakes.
How? Please, do we have an answer to this one?
Where's Danny?
This is Danny's bit. I like that. Dan, nice pass the buck, Dan. Nice pass the buck. Where is that idiot?
Danny, do we know how the urinal is going to save lives?
Yeah, I believe this is a variation of the talking bar toilet. Where it tells
talking bar toilet. He's talking.
I know.
Hey, it's a variation of the talking bar toilet. Oh, that old
the
thing.
The one that reminds you to not drink and drive, give your keys to a buddy.
Oh,
things like that.
Oh, this one probably does this one test blood alcohol level?
No, I don't believe so. I don't.
So you're doing what you do, and it talks back to you saying you shouldn't drive.
Yeah, it just gives you friendly reminders.
Ew.
You have AIDS.
Can you imagine?
Yes.
Jimmy taking a leak.
Or the guy next to you is peeking.
Yeah, it gets you in trouble.
Yeah, that's what we really need.
That's a nice one.
Yeah. Or
I didn't say no. The urinal's talking.
Or it catches you and goes, eyes ahead, eyes straight ahead. Or you're European.
Well, there you go.
So it talks. Anyone know what it says? Or
I don't know. Well, they love to.
Warning.
Warning. That's not in this. That's in the. Oh, how can I say this? That's not in the shape it should be, considering what you're doing. No, I can't say it right.
All right, you tried though.
Yeah,
you try to clean it.
That's not a bomb in a flub. That's just what I.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
All right.
They should have the urinal just laugh at you if you're not packing.
Absolutely. Asian alert.
And a man in my position can't afford to be made to look ridiculous.
All right, let's move on to the next scary news tease. Of course, they love scaring us about our water.
Don't drink it, don't cook with it, don't even shower with it. A water warning why people in some towns are angry about how they found out.
What towns?
Some towns.
You whore. How about naming the towns so people who are not in those towns can go have a beverage?
Oh, do I hate them. It's all made to terrorize you and to make you watch their news because it's not the news. It is entertainment. It is a TV show like any other, a sitcom, a drama, hospital cop show, and the news. It's all the same thing. They're not. It's not informative. It's not. It's there to scare, to titillate.
You want to see a great movie on network TV and what scum they are? You ever see Network by?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love that movie.
William Holden,
Oldie
and
but
Faye
goodie.
Dunaway, and Peter Finch won the Oscar for it. Robert Duvall. It's a genius prediction into reality TV and the way the news is.
Yep.
It's such a great movie.
When you watch it nowadays, you're like, oh, what's the big deal? But a lot of this stuff that they talk about in this movie wasn't happening yet.
It was like, what was
What year? It's like 78?
I want to say 78 or 80, 81. It was in that area.
I go back further.
It might even go back
to
further.
75.
No, not 75.
Are you sure?
100%.
Punch it up, E-Rock. Punch it up.
Punch it up
Movie
before
database.
you get a good chin kick.
Let's get a date on Network, my friend.
79 or 83.
I'm saying 75.
I'll say 52.
Kev says 81.
75. Definitely not the 80s.
I did say 78.
76. I'm closer. Without going over. Price is Right rules, Buster.
Yeah, but Bob Barker...
It's an animal neutering ass.
Oh, he really is.
All right, listen.
All right, we know the pets. We get it.
Look,
we get it.
We'll take a break. Maybe we'll do more news teases when we get back. Maybe we won't. Maybe we won't. How about that? Maybe we won't.
Oh, coming at you in Nashville, July 27th through 29th. Zanies.
Jim Norton, everybody. Hey, we could do news teases when we get back. We could do a Microsoft customer service call. Actual message left. Indian service rep is impossible to understand. This could be this could be good for a chuckle.
I've been no, not a chuckle. I've been in that situation too many times.
And then we could save news teases for tomorrow. And we got the latest on Man Cow.
Stupid ass.
Stupid Man Cow.
Language.
I've heard the audio. He sounds nervous.
That's why we started this saying years ago. Opie and Anthony always win in the end.
Right.
It's the ONA virus spreading across America.
We at the Opie and Anthony Show appreciate that not everyone has access to a professional recording studio. So when listeners send us their own material, we know it might sound slightly less polished.
Opie and Anthony. Hardcore radio.
Oh,
smoothies are here.
I want a smoothie, but I want pineapple strawberry. I like blueberry. I like soft fruit.
Were you in a beauty parlor 2 weeks ago?
What do you need, Dollface?
Do you like looking at me?
Yeah.
The Opie and Anthony Show. Spread the virus.
I got my back waxed yesterday.
What the hell is wrong with you?
If you think you have the chops to be a bargain bin broadcaster, send in your material. And keep in mind the very likely possibility that you just might suck.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Man, it goes by way too fast over here. We're going to continue on XM Satellite Radio in about 15, 20 minutes. Before that, we'll try to squeeze some more radio at you. We got Otto and George in studio.
Hey, guys.
What's up, Otto?
What a wall of security you got downstairs. That old guy, can I see your ID? I gave him a Burger King coupon. He goes, okay, go ahead.
That ass down there.
Yeah. Because you got Club Soda Ken here. Personality of an open grave. Jesus. Would you like a coffee?
That lurch.
I don't.
Not going to get an argument from us.
No.
Hey, just before the break, we were doing news teases, and Anthony said shoes.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring up an example of it, and off the top of my head, I
think you
tried
did
to
as a
find
joke.
something ridiculous. Yeah,
Right.
So I just said, can your shoes kill you? Just as a joke. And then Danny comes in and goes, here's a news tease. Are you kidding me?
About shoes.
Something about shoes,
The tallest man in the world died from ill-fitting shoes.
No way.
Yeah, giants, they can't get shoes that fit correctly. They always die from some blood infection.
From shoes?
Yeah, blood infections.
How do you know this? How do you know this?
I don't know. Guinness Book of Records?
You think you just take them off?
Yeah.
Dopey giant.
Little tidbit.
Dopey giant.
It's probably...
Shoes, all right.
So we got the news tease on shoes.
Can I curse yet?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I curse yet? No.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, it's the early show. Don't curse.
We're close. We're close to the cursing portion of the program.
Yeah, you can curse in 15 minutes. You'll do the walkover with us,
Chris
right,
on the
Otto?
street.
I'm dying a curse.
MySpace, Otto and George, right?
Yeah.
Otto and George on MySpace. Check out what's going on. All right, here's the scary news tease about shoes. Anthony was joking about this, but there really is a news tease about shoes. Error.
And Eric.
Wow, man. We just set that up for 5 minutes.
E-Rock.
And we get an error message. That's not E-Rock's fault.
It didn't say error. It said E-Rock. The machine is blaming you.
God, we don't have it.
That's right, Dan.
Too busy on the phone with Paris Hilton there, E-Rock?
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
He's probably calling the Hilton.
He's like, I had nothing to do with it.
He's calling the Hilton on 7th. Could you get me in touch with Paris? We took a picture yesterday.
I'm not even supposed to be doing this. No, E-Rock's trying to do something else, and he's... All right, they're going to get another copy.
Queer.
Hopefully we'll get it on before we get out of here. All right, fine.
Getting a mayonnaise error message.
You busted.
E-Rock.
Much mayo.
I will tell you this. If you do the same thing 10 times in a row... Oh, wow.
Did it work?
I look like an ass.
Way to shut the boss up.
Boy.
I look like an ass.
Way to humiliate Ope.
You better break that now.
I look like an ass. I was ready to smash him good because he was doing the same thing 10 times in a row. We all do that, by the way. When something's not going right, you just try the same thing 10 times in a row. You can't understand why. You can't figure out the problem. E-Rock's laughing. Great, I look like a jerk. Here's the news tease about shoes.
They are great for slipping on and heading out the door, but there's a hidden danger in those flip-flops.
A hidden danger in flip-flops.
Wow.
Yeah, you're going to look like an idiot.
Maybe if they belonged to Magic Johnson and he just walked through glass.
What is the hidden danger? Danny, anything?
Yeah,
you
Danny.
know?
Wait, let me... Something over there. Go ahead.
There's no arch support, so you may have to, if you wear flip-flops too much, you may be visiting a podiatrist shortly after.
If you're able to wear flip-flops in your life to the point where your arches fall, you don't have a job. You can't go to work in flip-flops. Yeah. So who are they targeting this at? Someone's got to put shoes on eventually.
Do you know, I can't wear flip-flops. They always fall off. I have to curl my toes down and dig into them. I always fall off. I don't know how people wear flip-flops.
You will never see me wearing
You got weird
flip-flops.
feet, though. You got, like, block feet.
I have short, fat feet.
Yeah, something's going on with your feet.
Try walking forward. Is that...
That's how the flip-flop works. That's how the flip-flop works.
I always try to figure, how do you get that little, like, what's that little thing called? The separator? It always hits my heel.
And how uncomfortable. Let me just shove this thing between your big toe and the other toe. Just stick it in there. That's
red and raw. You squirt some lemon juice in there.
Nice. Take a sniff.
Hey, Scarecrow from Jersey.
Lemon juice.
Maybe giants die because their heart can't handle pumping blood so far for more than a few decades, you dope.
No, but he's saying that
Wow, this guy's calling Otto and George a dope.
That's true. Giants have a normal-sized heart and has to pump all the blood to those extremities. But that guy's
20
a jerk
feet
anyway.
How do you do it, Kenny? How does your heart pump to those feet? Those big flat-foot cop feet?
I am big and stupid, and I have a very small head because there's very little brains in them.
Oh, God.
Oh, thank you for that. Thanks for adding that.
You should be sneezing in someone's face in Jurassic Park.
Adult.
Where are you going to be, Jimmy?
Oh, Nashville, the 27th to the 29th. But I knew what it was.
No, she's dead.
Oh, wow, that's good.
No, my health doesn't allow it. Try the wine.
Greatest character
Barking
ever.
out pleasantries.
What about when the guys carry him down the stairs in a wheelchair?
Julian.
Good evening. Badly timed. Good evening. Julian.
I like when he's eating.
Food, all right.
I gotta
funniest movie
rent that movie. I haven't seen it in years.
Really, it's great.
Please you're right. Good evening. It is the greatest hello ever caught on.
Clockwork Orange.
Let's do one more news tease, and then we'll move on to the Tom Cruise baby update.
Ooh.
No, my health doesn't allow it.
One more scary news tease before we move on. Yeah, sex offenders, all the rage.
Very scary. Your children.
All the rage.
Your children.
And of course, we'll never get tired of these two that made the the Scary News Tease Hall of Fame.
Yep.
Both about sex offenders. Listen to this, Otto.
Okay.
One city wants to pack all their sex offenders into a 3-block area. Problem is, it could be right next to your house.
How do they get away with lying to the people like that?
Wow.
Like that's ever going to happen.
And then this one made the Hall of Fame as well.
How a twist on the predator law could shut down religion.
Shut down religion. There it goes. Try to get into my church. Big locks on the door.
Wow.
Shut it right down.
Maybe that's why Jesus died from bad flip-flops. Should have prepared more for this.
Flip-flops.
All right, here we go. So here's the latest Scary News Tease about sex offenders.
Geraldo at Large, New York. Sex offenders moving in. We uncover a plan that could plant predators in your backyard.
Tonight at 11 on Fox 5.
Ooh. In your backyard?
That's right.
What are they setting up?
Little tents.
A shanty?
Yeah, a little shanty town of pedophiles in your backyard. Come on. They just disgusts me. Listen to this drivel. Yeah, they're in Treeforest.
I don't
Come on,
want
kids.
that pedophile in my yard. Well, we're building a Treeforest, and he has to live there.
You just open up your kitchen window and look out back. He's still there. He's built a swing set, and he's just pushing it, waiting for your kid to come out.
He's dressed like De Niro in This Boy's Life, like a giant Boy Scout.
I know a thing or two about a thing or two.
You shut your goddamn pie hole and get Timmy out here.
Guy can't build enough playground stuff. Monkey bars.
And you have to feed him.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's in your backyard.
Yeah, you got to offer
your responsibility.
Food.
Stop.
How great is that? In your backyard, not in your neighborhood.
Yeah, but it was
right in your backyard.
It was in the neighborhood. Now it's in your backyard.
Well, they uncovered something because it was a big secret. Like the government knew that they were going to put pedophiles in our backyard. They would keep
right. 8-year-olds, dude.
Liar, whore, and you know it.
Wow.
Fancy talk for a whore.
Whore.
People can call me anything they want as long as they don't call me late for supper.
Wow, what an ass he was in that movie.
Oh, complete.
Fantastic.
Yeah, God. When he's shoving that mustard thing on DiCaprio's cheek. It's like, great. Big round mustard blotch there. Should have left that on for the rest of his career. French's mustard. Not even the good brown stuff.
Some cheap mustard on his cheek.
French's mustard is good on a hot dog, but any other sandwich,
you need the
brown
Gouldens.
stuff. Yeah.
I don't even like it on a hot dog anymore. Nah, I have to go with the brown. We'll have to agree to disagree.
I don't know. The yellow mustard's yellow mustard also pretzels.
Yeah.
On the big soft pretzel. Yellow mustard's fine on a pretzel. Let's give it to the audience. What do you think, people? Yellow mustard on the
I like a mustard with like some kind of horseradish mixed into it.
Yes. Glad to see you appreciate good mustard.
Peter from Utah, The Boy's Life, This Boy's Life, best movie ever. And Hoo Hoo Higgy from the Jersey Shore said they'd be planning pedophiles. They'll never bloom before the fall comes.
The boy fights for the pink team.
All right, how about a Tom Cruise baby update? The Surrey Watch.
Where's little Surrey?
It's up to...
oh, here it is. Oh, no, that's Sam.
86 days without a glimpse of Tom Cruise's baby. What did he hand out?
Cigars and scotch, but it was really oddly timed.
You got really bad timing.
Got the picture of Iraq that he took.
Oh,
with,
Sam just pointed and blamed. Who'd you blame?
That's a good shot.
Who are you blaming?
Iraq.
Iraq?
Why are you blaming Iraq?
We'd fire you, Sam, but you don't make money with us.
You're black and you have apple cheeks. I don't know how that works.
Iraq took an awful picture with Paris Hilton last night where he went in really too close to her head to make it look like he was a boyfriend, and she was all uncomfortable, and someone photoshopped a picture of Jim Norton in there next to him, so now he's snuggled up to Jimmy Norton.
I've never seen you in a suit.
That was probably at the, who's that? That was the Spike Lee picture? Why am I such a bug-eyed
What's with your eyes all open up?
I don't know. I get burn victimized.
Like Lee Harvey Oswald before the shot from Ruby. Oh, no? Okay.
Bam!
He was surprised. Oh. That's what I was getting at. He was very surprised.
Look, here's the deal. The pictures are up on opieandanthony.com. The Photoshops have begun, so check out the fan sites for the Photoshops. We got the Tom Cruise Surrey Watch, day 86 without seeing the kid. Here's the latest.
In today's Surrey Watch, just when you thought you'd heard it all, entertainment website Break.com announced the launch of the sure-to-be controversial Surrey Quest, which offers $100,000 to the first person to upload an original video of the child with either Tom or Katie.
I thought to kill.
Break.com CEO Keith Richmond was quick to point out that the company would not condone any illegal or dangerous acts in the obtaining of said video. But surely $100,000 won't drive anyone to do anything stupid. Of course not.
Break.com, brilliant.
$100,000.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it's like a that's like a bounty.
You know, R. Kelly Surrey.
Break.com, brilliant.
100,000.
100,000. Why didn't we come up with that?
You need a
don't
picture.
Have 100,000. That's a lot of cash.
Tom Chiasana would give that.
That's true.
100 grand. Yeah.
Carries it in his pockets like so many nickels and dimes.
Must let us wet our beaks.
All right.
Draw from the well.
The man cow thing's going to have to wait till we get over to XM. Homework assignment.
That's right.
No.
Not for us.
Oh, goody.
For the listeners. What would you do for $1,000? The ideas are pouring in. They all stink. Right. We got $5,000 to give away. $1,000 a day all next week.
We got one good idea, though.
Is the guy going to come in Monday? Thumbs up or down?
Mouse glue trap, back guy.
We got to have a backup, though.
We got a guy named Larry that might be the backup. We got two guys, I think, coming in Monday to do back wax with mousetrap glue.
Yeah. So their backs are hairy. You take the mousetrap glue thing and slap it on their back and then rip it up.
Who's going to rip it off?
Oof.
We got to get a hot chick involved. Find us a hot chick for Monday's show.
Travis.
So here's your homework assignment. What would you do
AIDS beard.
For $1,000? We'll take your ideas tomorrow. A lot of ideas coming in. They all stink. Chili pepper eating contest. Some girl in Pittsburgh wants to Jello wrestle with Jimmy. You both have to wear a bikini.
Yeah, does she?
Sit in studio and take abuse for a day. Boring.
Ew.
A guy wants to throw himself through a table on fire with nails and tacks.
Yeah.
Boring.
That'll happen.
You got to do a little better than that, gang.
I want to sit in studio and be insulted all day.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
We'll take your ideas tomorrow. Otto and George, MySpace.com. And he's going to continue with us on XM Satellite Radio in just a few minutes. Thanks for checking us out today, guys. Have a great day.
Bye.
Myra.
Hey, this is Frank Vincent.
Hi, everybody. This is Travis Tritt.
Hey, folks. My name is Henry Rollins.
Hey, what up, y'all? This is Tracy Morgan.
Hey, this is Tommy Chong, and you're listening to Pot Talk.
Hey, this is Richard Dreyfuss, and you're listening to Opie and Anthony.
I love this. Please refrain from the word.
The Opie and Anthony Show. Opie and Anthony. The Opie and Anthony XM walkover begins now.
And so I'm talking to him, and I'm like, dude, if you pull your cock out, I'll suck it, but if you don't, what am I going to do?
That's what you always say.
Right.
Whenever you see a cock, you got to just start...
All right, let's get the headphones and get Otto around.
That old gag.
Yeah, I know. Awful. Not only is it an old, awful gag, but I'm not good at selling it.
No.
Why the guy who's here every day, the fucking big-headed guy, he looks like a tall version of the security guard. Why is he sweating like that?
Oh, my God.
He just carried a bus.
What the fuck? Carried a bus. He really is a sweaty mess.
Yes.
Well, we're outside the building. Where's Otto and George?
He's right here.
Oh, okay. They're setting him up with a microphone. Did he demand 2 microphones? One for the fucking puppet? More people coming down the sidewalk.
It's getting crazy.
Hey, how you doing? What's up? Hey, how you doing?
And anyone who's on the walk today, where's Eric? Did he leave?
Hey, how you doing? Okay.
I want Eric to have to do the walkover in that child shirt that he's wearing today, and we should have listeners just punch him in the stomach.
Ooh, till he cries.
Hey, our Asian friends are here again, too.
They're not our friends.
Why are they here every day?
Hang out at the corner every day.
I don't know. They're waiting for something.
The Chinese are coming, and they're spies.
Perhaps it's maybe they work over here. Is this the Nobu?
Kenny's trying to figure out what they're doing.
What do you do here?
They hang out every morning and they read like Chinese newspapers.
Yeah.
Kenny, hold on, here we go.
They don't speak English, but
Guilty.
I'm speculating they're in line for SARS masks.
Jesus.
Oh, my God.
How many in your party?
Otto and George, everyone, for the walkover today.
Yeah, let's...
Soda Ken, laugh a minute. Yeah.
Club Soda Ken.
All right, here we go. Let's go.
Let's walk.
Oh, look at the couple. They're sharing headphones.
Oh, that's adorable. Well.
The van here, if it's raining, you want to jump in.
That's okay. I don't see that it's raining that badly. A little sprinkle here in New York this morning. Who gives a flying fuck?
We have to get Otto the headset that like Madonna wears. He's trying to hold the puppet. He's trying to hold this.
Look at this. Good evening.
Oh, looks like he's in the chair.
Carrying him like that old gimp.
Sorry to come at this ungodly hour. Hello, Frank.
Cut the shit, Sonny. Punch that Chinese girl in the stomach. I don't do what I tell him. I really need this fucking thing.
Well, you have to hear.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you're right.
Faster I am.
Look at this one faggot with an umbrella. It's barely even a droplet of water coming down.
Oh, it's pouring. He's over at XM. We're going to see him in a minute.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my God. Is it raining?
So which homeless guy are we going to take a cheap shot at this time? Not give him any money.
Is Mac over there? Where's the umbrellas?
Umbrellas? What's with the fucking umbrellas?
It's raining.
It's not raining.
It is.
There is barely anything coming down.
It is.
It's urine. It's New York. There's no rain.
Oh, doesn't this movie look great?
From the guys who
Little
brought
Man,
you White Chicks.
The Wayans brothers and the little...
Awful. Awful.
By the way, they blew us off. They were supposed to be on our show.
Were they?
We
Good.
said yes. Roland gives us a whole list of celebrities every day that are potential guests for the show. We say yes to 90% of them, and we get maybe 5% of the ones we say yes to.
Great.
Wait, when were they supposed to be on?
I don't know. They were doing press, I think, yesterday. I saw them on TRL. They were terrific.
It's one sight gag. That's the whole movie. One of the Wayans brothers plays a fucking milk dud with arms.
They're very good. They're very talented. I'm just saying. I see how a white girl can walk in.
They do these impersonations.
Hello, miss.
Lady. Miss.
A little baby in a carriage.
An ugly baby.
Look at that. A lovely baby. Yes.
Very ugly baby.
Just said lovely.
Extremely ugly baby.
Oh, my God.
Drop something.
People don't like hearing their babies are ugly.
Wow.
Really? Ooh, these two serious guys.
Where?
Oh, that homeless guy in here today.
There is nothing going on in this fucking walk.
Nothing. This walk stinks today.
Some days it just...
There's no people. Oh, my God, she's coughing. No germs.
Take some X-Lax. You'll be too scared to cough. Cunt.
There you go.
Cunt.
That made the walkover worthwhile right there.
This guy.
Oh, flip-flops.
Hey,
danger of flip-flops.
The beach is 40 miles that way,
sir,
fella.
Sir. Jerk.
All right.
This looks like it might be good.
Ugh, what is this monstrosity?
Super ex-girlfriend.
Bullshit.
Oh, Jesus.
Excuse me, lady from Total Recall. 2 weeks.
Like he's covering his mouth. He knows the SARS.
Yeah.
Wow, this is the Opie and Anthony truck.
Yep.
Yeah, look at that. Isn't that
and
something?
the Norton truck.
And Jimmy Norton's
Oh, they
on
put
it.
my face on the side of a van.
Of course they did.
Oh!
And
What
look,
an
Danny's
ugly-
face is on that window. Oh,
you go,
no.
buddy.
In the truck.
What an ugly bag of shit I am.
No, you're adorable.
Oh, this is the MyRadiostore.com van.
Yes.
Oh, of course Ziggy did it
Of course,
right.
it's not the
Ziggy!
XM van.
Very good.
There's the Zigster.
Ziggy's here. Ziggy.
Wow. Yeah, I just want to apologize for the walk.
I know.
It really
it's
wasn't
fucking pouring
anything.
out here.
There you go.
Otto had a couple good lines.
Yes, that's true.
I thought of some funny stuff. Just saving it. All right, we're just waiting for something to happen. Nothing's happening.
Nothing's happening. We're just
no one's walking around really that much.
Yeah. I have to go on the walk in case somebody attacks my boss. I'm there. I will throw down.
That's right. I'm prepared.
Crush, kill, destroy. You want a coffee?
Right, smoothie time.
Oh, God.
Time.
Yes, it is smoothie time.
Yeah.
I'll have one, Kenny, by the way,
smoothie.
today. Yes.
Otto, George, anything?
No, I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's a great concoction of banana, strawberry, and cum.
Oh, really?
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
What are you doing in New York today?
I just came from the dentist.
Ah.
It was fun.
All right, and let him roll.
Okay, it was a pleasant experience.
Wait, no, what happened? What do you have to go to the dentist for?
Oh, just a little thing, but it's fine.
What little thing? Let us know now. We want to know details.
A little thing. Have you looked in the mirror lately?
You don't want to know.
Brush your teeth with my cock.
It had to be some type of gum infection.
Yes.
Yeah, because I'm seeing that you haven't taken care of your teeth like you're supposed to.
Well, I didn't.
Brush your
What
teeth with my
happened?
cock.
I wasn't flossing enough. I have to pay the price.
Goggle with anthrax, dirty whore.
Oh, my goodness. Look at this. What is this person's name?
This is George.
This is Otto
George.
and his wooden buddy
How are
George.
you?
George.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Very handsome eyebrows.
She thinks I'm real. You're a frightening old whore.
I think you are real. You're very cute. I think he's very cute.
Thank you.
Anyway,
Club Soda Ken, get ready.
Here's my advice.
Security.
Floss.
Is that it?
I didn't do it right.
You didn't, did you?
No, and I'm paying the price, but I'm better now, and he gave me a clean bill.
Can I pour raw sewage in your vagina with a funnel? For a goof. $1,000 whore.
Okay. Right. Anyway, very nice to see you. So
Wow.
All right, goodbye. Wait, miss. Oh, my God. Her teeth were off. Her teeth and her
Holy
fucking
shit.
bunions.
Jesus.
Floss. That's beyond flossing.
You need rope to floss
Those
at
have
this
to be
point.
knocked out with a fucking ball-peen hammer.
Oh, there's a man photographing us from a truck holding up traffic. He's holding up traffic on 57. Give us one of these, bro.
There he is. Nice. Everyone starts beeping. That's what this city needs. More fucking noise. And non-flossing whores.
Who's that lady with the awful bouffant hair? Oh, that's Ben. Oh. Fucking rotten bob cut. All right, we got something. Ben has a smart hairdo.
Smart.
Let's go upstairs and continue.
Right. Yes, let us roll.
Otto and George made the walk worthwhile today.
Certainly Pardon me. Very good.
Otto and George on MySpace.com. We'll continue in just a bit.
A couple was in a vestibule at St. Pat's doing ass sex.
Lick, 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 lick.
Sounds great. Complete whores.
Opie and Anthony got this couple to have sex in New York's St. Patrick's Cathedral.
Desecration against the church is disrespectful. It's a true sacrilege.
It was just a joke. Opie's fault again.
How can we blow up our lives today?
You rocking sex. Uh-oh, we're in it again.
They hire people who are artists to do a certain thing, and then when they go too far, they suddenly wash their hands of them if they feel the heat is too heavy.
Opie and Anthony should not have been fired.
Technically, we didn't get fired.
They probably shouldn't have hired them in the first place.
Exiled radio hosts.
They had been fired in Boston after announcing that the mayor was killed. Another prank.
And I go, Anthony, I got a great idea today. We're going to tell the whole city of Boston that the mayor died in a fiery car crash while he was on vacation in Florida. What do you think?
Oh, my God. Is this a bad one?
Oh, it just gets worse and worse.
Everything just went right down the crapper.
Can I just say fuck?
The duo is signed on with XM Satellite Radio.
Thank God.
Yeah, we'll make it work.
Oh, what a glorious day.
It's all about me. I play golf with old guys. I am a grinning idiot. Act.
Hey, it's Opie and Anthony. We're back now at the new Climate of Radio. Ho, ho, Opie.
Thank you. You don't go to CNN for dick jokes. Don't come to O&A for hard-hitting news.
Я обожаю Опи и Энтони.
私はOpieとAnthony毎日聞きます。
Опи хуй, большой и красивый.
I don't know.
Your mom's box.
We stink.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Otto and George are great. Bailed us out of that walk. That walk stunk. Rainy. Everyone's miserable. That woman's gums were so fucking bad. Oh. And then she's advocating flossing. It's like the fucking commercials they used to play with the guy with the cancer saying don't smoke. No shit, asshole. Look at you. Jimmy Norton's here.
He certainly is.
Joining us. What are you doing? Making time with that girl on the elevator?
No. I actually have a
beef?
I got no beef.
What's your beef?
They're an entertainment lawyer on the 11th floor of this building. And I asked about the domain name, and she said they might be able to do something, so I wanted to tell them to call them.
Because someone's squatting on Jimmy.
The Cyber Squatter, I think they're in Vegas, I found out. I will find out who they are, because they're hidden behind some fucking privacy, the moniker privacy service, because we want to hold your name, but we're behind a privacy service.
So now you can't find out who it is?
Yeah, but somebody will find out for me. And one guy was going to do it, was his law firm was going to help me, because that's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, yeah, but we have to charge you this. Like, at first they thought they could do it for, like, that doesn't have to be for free, but then they wanted, like, a retainer. I'm like,
well, Jimmy, remember, don't take matter into your own hands. Take him to court.
I know, Doug Llewellyn, you're right. Rusty Burrell and I were
talking. If I would have said matters instead of matter.
No, you were saying matter.
Don't take matter into... Don't hold matter.
Ever.
Just leave it alone.
Because of gravity and string theory, says Dr. Kaku. He hates me. All right, where's Club Soda?
I think Club Soda Kenny is getting everybody their various beverages that are very important. I told him I wanted a smoothie. I hope
there he is. Ken always comes in. Ken's very efficient.
You don't get the same thing every day, though?
No. Somebody has to go for me. Here's what I want.
You have too much variation in your life.
Hold on. Let me just move my
variety.
Beautiful cock. I would like.
Your hand.
I want egg whites. And I want
making them in your pants right now.
Oh no, I'm not. I want egg white from the Brooklyn Diner, and I would like an orange, and I would like a pack of extra pink.
What the hell is that?
Bubble gum.
Extra pink. Oh, extra
pink,
gum.
Extra bubble gum.
Yeah. Good.
Where is it? Right there, sweetie pie. Right around this corner from Club Soda, Kenneth. Let me give you some money, Ken.
What do you want?
Here's $100.
Does George want anything?
Otto, you like something?
Bottle of scotch and a chocolate donut. No, I'm good. The coffee's good.
All right.
I might go to Carmine's later.
What's Carmine's?
Restaurant in Times Square area. Yeah. Really good.
Let's go right to the
weenie
phone.
with white clam sauce, the best.
We talking about
Maron.
You can eat it with a fork.
Did you try the gabagool?
Are you really going there later?
Yeah, possibly.
What time?
As soon as I'm done with you three knuckleheads.
What do they have? Are you having like
fucking headphones?
A lunch? Are you having a lunch?
Yeah.
I like lunch.
Let's go to Sean. Let's go to Sean in Minnesota.
I want
some
things going here. I can fall face first into.
Yeah.
Sean, what's up?
Evening.
Hey, I want to give Eddie, Anthony some credit on his comment on what's all in a smoothie. I don't think anybody heard it.
Wait, what happened there?
Well, when somebody asked what was all in a smoothie, Anthony said strawberries, bananas, and cum.
I didn't hear it.
Oh.
Well, you missed it.
You ever embarrass me again, you Jew motherfucker? You're dead.
It's all in the delivery. You ass.
There you go. All right, we got you want to go right into the man cow thing?
Sure. This asshole man cow.
Yes, I agree.
Got fired. Fired.
We hear nothing but bad things from our comedian friends.
From everybody that talks about this guy, there's nothing but bad things.
Yeah.
His general manager that just gave him the boot. It wasn't even one of those things. Usually in radio, when someone gets fired, it's one of those, they try to make it seem amicable, like, well, there was a parting of the ways, well, the ideology of our show and the management was different. And this guy just got on and goes, this guy just sucks now and we don't need him and fuck him. And
he sucks. The whole town's sick of him and he's shit-canned.
And then yesterday, I was listening to Danny Bonaducci. He was on JV and Elvis. And Danny Bonaducci talked about this time that he beat the shit out of Mancow in a parking garage.
Really?
And it's hysterical. So he said Mancow was giving him some shit, and he went down into this parking garage, and Mancow was there with this chick. And the chick was standing in front of Mancow. Like, Mancow held the girl in front of him while he talked to Danny Bonaducci. And Danny's like, you talk about my kids and stuff, I'm going to beat the shit out of you.
Wow.
And then he goes, he called Mancow's girl at the time. This is what he alleged yesterday. He said he called her a cunt just to get Mancow pissed. And Mancow did anything. And Danny said, don't you have any honor? And Mancow said, honor? What year do you think it is?
Yeah.
Like honor has some kind of expiration date. And then he just got pissed, and even though Mancow was holding the girl in front of him, he goes, Mancow's head was about a foot over the girl's head, so he just wound up and punched him square in the face and laid him out.
Jesus.
And then a couple of his buddies drew a chalk mark around him when he was knocked out, just so they could look at it and laugh later.
Isn't Bonaducci a karate guy?
Bonaducci will fucking kill you.
Really?
He's got some martial arts
experience. He's an animal, yeah. He's got martial arts experience. He's an animal, and he's fucking psychopath.
And
he doesn't care.
He's got the steroid rage.
Roid rage.
Wow.
And he just does. He's one of those guys that just doesn't fucking care.
Yeah.
Like he'll fuck you up.
So this is what he said.
Do not get on his bad side.
This is what he said on the radio yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it was really.
When did this happen?
Really good. I guess it had to be over a year or so ago, because he's since been on Mancow's show to plug his show. Like somebody said, Bonaducci was like, "Yeah, they told me to go on his show and plug my show." Because I didn't want to do it, but then they said, "Yeah, you know, you might as well do it. Get the word out in Chicago." So he goes, he went on expecting a fight, and Mancow acted like it never happened. Said something like, "Yeah, we had an argument once in a parking lot." Like, put it out of his head, lied about it like he does everything else.
Well, does Bonaducci lie or no? Why would Mancow allow him back on the show?
I know, that sounds a little weird.
That sounds fishy.
You know something? As far as Mancow goes, though, it doesn't sound fishy to me. Mancow would probably do something like that to diffuse the whole thing.
Yeah, but
because it was a story that's been going around.
He's just an empty blowhard. He has nothing to say, and he thinks he's doing a comedy show, and it's just awful.
Yeah, that's what I hear from people that have been guests on his show. Is like it's 18 people running around, and him like going from one person, and then all right, now be funny. Go ahead, do something funny.
Wacky,
oh, you don't have anything? Well, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're gonna go to this guy. Oh, let's go to the phones. Let's go.
And he turns people's mics off and stuff like that.
Yeah. He steps on your lines, you know. He asks...
What's that there, George? What does he do?
Yeah. Where'd you get that puppet? Yeah, bitter and fucking...
So he's trying to change his act. He's got some Christian values now.
Christian values and
children. He doesn't want to be known as a shock jock.
That's
he's got
fun
children.
on the radio.
And
Christian values and talking about your children. Oh, good fucking radio there.
God loves cock jokes. Come on.
Of course he does.
Let everybody down.
His ratings were nothing like they used to be, and so they decided to move on. They didn't want to pay him all that money for ratings that weren't as good as it used to be. And he's claiming he was number one in all this. We went over the ratings yesterday.
Lies.
He wasn't even close to being number one.
Douche.
So, lies. Here's Mancow, I think, last night. Thank you to Kevin in Chicago for sending this in.
Tonight, Mancow unplugged on getting unplugged from Chicago Morning Radio. Q101 FM dumped the popular, sometimes raunchy jock. As the station goes in a different direction, Mancow tells me he plans to go nowhere.
Stupid name.
What the heck happened?
What happened? I have no idea.
Do you feel like you failed?
No!
Okay.
Are you kidding?
Oh, boy. Right there. Right there. That's a guy. Do you feel like you're failed? No!
Yeah.
Are you kidding? He's yelling too much.
Booming radio voice.
Yeah. No! Which means, yes! Yes! I don't know what the hell happened. If you're going, no! That absolutely means yes.
He should be punched every 10 minutes in an underground garage.
Name another morning show in Chicago. I'll tell you they had a good year or two. Yeah. We've been number one for 12 years.
Wish that car hit him.
We're number one with... if you want to break it down, we're number one with adult men in Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're not happy?
No, you know, they've... I'm hearing a lot of things. I'm learning a lot of things in the newspaper. They're saying some very hurtful things to my family, and
what?
They're saying some very hurtful things.
Very hurtful. I was very injured.
I made these guys tens of millions of dollars.
He hurt me with his words.
in the newspapers, and my shoes fell off, and I lost my job. What an asshole.
The upper management, they talked it over, and they said, we have some people in the newspapers on the payroll, don't we?
Maybe we could plant some stories. Jock, who lost his ratings.
Saying some very hurtful things.
Dishonest Jock.
They said some rough things. I made these guys tens of millions of dollars for 8 years. I've been here for 12 years. And a pat on the back would have been nice, a thank you. That would have been nice.
Yeah. Your big competitors, are they laughing today?
No. No.
Everyone's laughing
My
at you.
My competitors don't take anything for granted when it comes to me.
Yes, they do.
No, I'm the stuff of their nightmares. I'll tell you.
No, you're not.
In a year, 6 months to a year, Chicago, radio-wise, is going to be a much, much different place.
Yeah, because you're not there.
Yeah, I'm going to spearhead it.
Do you know where you're going to be next? Without telling me, do you know where you're going to be?
I have a pretty good idea where I'm going to be.
For the rest of this week, you'll hear pre-recorded Best of Mancow. Though his nationally syndicated show continues, he won't be heard live in Chicago until, at least in his words, September.
You know where you're going to be? Yeah, home. Taking care of my kids and preaching Christian values.
His hometown station kicked him off the air.
I'll be at
His
the
money
gym or
gig.
the other joint. The only other guy in town there is this guy Steve Dahl. You've ever heard of him? He's been on forever.
Yeah.
Are you guys heard in Chicago as well?
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
On XM,
Yeah, on XM. On XM, of course.
Yeah, right now.
It seems like we got a pretty good following in Chicago as far as XMers go.
Great.
They're working on it.
He's over.
It just makes us very happy.
Not a nice man.
He's a douchebag.
Out with a fizzle, you fucker.
Yeah.
We hit the wall in a gasoline tanker when we fucked up. I mean, everyone knew.
We fucked up
and we were number one.
On the top of our game.
Right.
That's the way you want to go out.
Not like all of a sudden he's off the air just a fizzle because your ratings stunk and your boss thinks you suck and you get fired. That ain't good.
Did
that
you
ain't
guys
good.
think that there would be any trouble with that stunt at the radio?
Yeah.
St. Patrick's. Really?
Yeah.
You thought it was that out of line?
We kind of thought, but then we kind of hoped that it wouldn't. And then as time went by, after a couple of days went by, we're like, oh, we're so
That was
fucked.
a bad
That's
move.
it.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought we would survive.
Nah, I knew
weird.
we were fired.
I kind of thought we would survive. I thought it would be really ugly, but I thought we'd get through it.
We should have gotten through it, too.
Yeah, we're going to, we'll be back on the radio in no time. 2 years later.
Oops.
Yeah, I was big. Johnny Rocco. Yeah, everybody, yeah.
Smash, see?
Perfect Peter Lorre.
Here's the deal. He will be back on in Chicago. There's got to be a station that's desperate enough to have him.
You think?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Will he do huge for that station? No. No way.
Good evening.
No way.
Hello, Frank.
All right.
Sorry to come with this ungodly hour.
Who was
She was
that
very
couple?
badly raped, you see.
They were a couple probably in the government. I'm guessing they were higher up in his form of government, and they were probably very against the establishment.
Yeah. I never read the book or anything.
Heard you're in a bit of trouble.
Helping like.
Where do you suppose it is he goes of evenings?
It's funny, like, ever since I've known Norton since he was, like, 12, it's like, that's all we ever do is talk about Clockwork Orange. Now it's, like, on national radio. It's like nothing's changed.
No.
He's eating
Same
better and he
crap.
stopped, it's great.
Raging Bull.
Yeah, same shit.
One of the first things Otto said to me when I met him is he put his arm around me and he goes, "That's the best fucking fighter around." And I said, all the Moulignans are scared to fight him. And he goes, "You got that quote?" All I do.
Really?
Yeah, it was at some shit gig.
Yeah.
Then we made out. A couple of men who showed we weren't afraid to be men.
You suck his cock?
Suck the fucking cock, it's bigger than yours. I sucked his cock and everybody on the whole fucking block. Just a fat, selfish puppet.
All right, why don't we take a break? We'll continue in just a bit. MySpace, Otto and George, check him out, okay?
Yes.
All right.
In here.
Bad smell, bad language, and now bad jokes. This is the freakiest show I've ever been party to.
Because we're perverts.
Really?
Stupid.
So you know it's good.
That's why we love doing this radio show.
Right.
Okay, terrific.
Time to put your mouth where our balls are.
Buckle up, kids. It's cool. Let's just put it this way.
Sexual harassment mostly.
Just shut up. I was so offended.
Don't listen, you twat. Hit her over the head with a shovel.
You did that.
I would make love to you right now.
Come on. People that get their news from O&A are the same people who watched Sesame Street till they were 12.
Yes, precisely.
Guys talk about nasty stuff like this all the time.
Sit down and put on your laughing hats because here comes a home run.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Opie and Anthony. Give it to me. You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. Otto and George in studio today.
Yeah.
Still lots to do, by the way. We got Joan Rivers drunk on a stage in Australia. Sound of gunfire breaks up Little League game. Homeland Security's target list includes petting zoos and popcorn stores.
Petting zoos?
Ooh, that piqued an interest, right?
Places.
Wow, what's wrong with a petting zoo? I wouldn't mind going.
Petting zoo.
I wouldn't mind doing. I want to go there and do this to a lamb. Under his chin.
Little chin.
I want to crook my finger and go.
Crying children wanting pieces of fucking corn and birdseed out of those gumball machines to feed them.
What's wrong with that? It's fun.
I want to shut up.
It's not like they
all
want the
kids
cry at petting zoos.
Yes, they do. Kids cry everywhere. That's all they fucking do. Who would want one? God. And then you give them the fucking shit to feed the pig or the goat, and they're fine for that like 5 seconds, and then you run out. No, that's all. More.
Yeah.
There's no stopping them.
He's absolutely right.
We're looking at a future old,
ungrateful little fuck.
Old lonely neighbor.
I'll be lonely old guy. I don't care. I'm not going to ruin my fucking years where I could have fun chasing little shit fucking things around.
And you teach the little kid how to feed a horse. You actually tape the oats into the little lad's fingers.
Right.
And then you tell him to just stick his hand in the horse's mouth and he'll eat right out of it.
Take a carrot and wrap your fist around it and hold it in front of the horse's face.
Yes.
That's how you do it. Does any kid by like 1 year old not know how to feed a horse? Flat, palm, flattened, and you're flattened out to the point where your fingers are like touching the top of your hand.
Yeah.
You're so afraid of that fucking big horse tooth. I think we just talked to her on the street, and she said the floss.
And the food's all falling out because your hand is bent back.
It's completely flat. There's nothing you could hold like
and
that.
The horse is like, all right, shit, Dick, I see your fingers. Just let me eat the oats.
Sugar cube.
Jimmy, would you be a father someday?
Break up.
We know Anthony's stance.
I'm out.
What?
Would you be a father someday?
Me and Jimmy will adopt.
Yes. I'm going to adopt a 10-year-old, be nice to her for 8 years, and then fuck her.
Wow.
That's a strategy.
Way to go, Woody Allen.
Hey, Jim, on Lucky Louie, are they going to let you keep the brown sweater you're wearing in every fucking scene or what?
I mean, that's in every scene.
I know.
Except for one.
That stupid brown sweater sitting next to Louie. It's like a lump of shit on a carrot cake.
Fucking wardrobe of Charlie Brown.
By the way, Otto wants to play the O&A Traveling Virus. Otto and George.
Absolutely should. I don't know why that wasn't handled.
I'm seeking work.
That should have been handled earlier.
Is Pete listening?
The room?
Come on. Rich Voss, he's going to fucking tank.
We'd love to add Otto and George.
I think we certainly
should. The O&A Traveling Virus.
Circus Ape. I could do it.
All the lineups are on opieandanthony.com.
Voss must have had a horse feeding accident with those stub fingers of his.
No, or he actually bit someone's fingers when they were feeding him. Those fucking dumb fence post teeth.
He had a sugar cube in his hand and bit off his own fingers.
Oh, man.
Horse's ass and face.
By the way, wake up, Boston. Ticket sales are awful in Boston.
Come on, Boston. It's a little drive out to Worcester.
We're not going to sugarcoat it anymore. The ticket sales stink.
Really?
For Get your friends in the armored personnel carrier and drive out to Worcester.
It'll be the best show. That's what's going to end up happening. All right, petting zoos, so let's do this then. Homeland Security's target list, including petting zoos and popcorn stores from the Today Show.
At Amish Country Popcorn, south of Fort Wayne, Indiana, owner Brian Lehman says there isn't a kernel of truth to the notion that his operation is a potential terror target.
Our cornfields are pretty well secured.
But there it is, popping up in a report on the Department of Homeland Security's National Asset Database, listed just after Tennessee's Mule Day Parade. Also in the database, another Tennessee attraction, the Sweetwater Flea Market. In Pennsylvania, the Groundhog Zoo. In Georgia, the Kangaroo Conservation Center. More than 77,000 listings. So much the Inspector General says that it's, quote, of questionable relevance in setting security priorities. One New York senator mocked the list for including a petting zoo.
Now, I've been to petting zoos when I was a kid, and I took my children to petting zoos, but I never saw a terrorist hiding behind one of the sheep in Little Bo Peep's flock.
Hiding behind one of the sheep.
Really? But did you ever think, you fucking dopey fucking senator, that maybe they do things like that because this way it completely shakes your foundation of what you do on a daily basis? Maybe they do attack places like we can't go to a fucking petting zoo, and it completely wrecks what you feel is safe.
I wish they would blow up petting zoos.
Oh, I don't.
Stop it.
Oh, sometimes when I hear something, I'll go, oh, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
Oh, good thing to say.
Yeah, they're
Makes
done
it
with the
sound
buildings.
nice.
They're done with the building thing.
They got to come up with a new gag.
Yeah, they're going to come up with a new one.
I wouldn't be against nuking both Israel and Iraq. Just to end it, it's like 50 dead, then 20 dead, then 50. Just fucking end it with one, you know.
That's a good strategy. Both sides gone.
You know, just you have an hour to get out of Dodge. That's it. Just end it.
And
they love violence, so show them some.
They certainly
Sickening.
do.
Yeah, but there'd be people who'd be against that.
Just a few.
I'm breaking up my party.
Appears to be condemned by some countries.
Here's more audio on the...
I think France wouldn't like it.
Get your fucking plutonium.
On the target list. Here we go.
Many of the places were listed by cities and states as important assets, but nationwide they varied widely in what they considered valuable. Some listed all their schools, some listed none. Nebraska reported 200 more assets than the entire state of California. Homeland Security says the list is intended only as a catalog of places such as arenas, commercial sites, and government facilities, but was not used on its own to give out grant money or set security priorities.
It's like a reference, an encyclopedia, a telephone book, 80,000 individual data points inside the database, not necessarily critical in and of themselves.
The Homeland Security Department is now revising this database, giving the states more guidance on how to concentrate on listing their most important assets.
I'd like a smoothie.
Boy, they got that screwed up. They don't know where to allocate the fucking money.
That's right.
Give it to New York, because we got fucking kooks around here, and savages at every corner. I ran into one this morning. Got into it. You know, it's great that I get to drive in at 4:15 in the morning and get aggravated by 4:45.
I was going to say dawn of the dead time.
There was a cab parked, 57th, 2 lanes going westbound. Stopped at a light. I'm behind a cab, and I'm pulling up to the light. And I see it's red, and there's a cab and a huge monster fucking dump truck. So I'm going to get behind the cab. The truck's got a... Oh, he's moving. 2 miles an hour. But it takes forever for those fucking things to even move. So I figure I'll get behind the cab. Get behind him. Light turns green. He's not moving. He's got his little fucking light on, and he's doing paperwork at the light. Okay, fine. I give him a little on the horn. Nothing. The truck's now fucking gone, but I'm stuck behind the cab. Now I'm laying on the horn. Guy finally starts moving real slow. Moves slow enough to where now he's right up next to the truck, blocking me, doing the same speed as the truck. So I race around. At that hour, there's nothing. So I race into the bus lane on the right, go around the truck on the right, boom, get caught at the next light. The cab pulls up next to me, rolls his window down, and starts, which just, and I'm not even reasonable for a second with those people. I go right for the racial epithets.
Yeah.
You fucking towelhead, savage motherfucker, asshole, terrorist. You just hit him immediately with that.
Language like that is
down.
That's not inclusive.
But it is very inclusive. They're all savages.
Language like that will never get anything accomplished.
And it was right at the light in front of the building. And then it turned green, and he drove off. It drove off. I was right the first time. And then Poe gets out of his vehicle. I'm like, God damn, Poe should have been there to get him with a punji stick.
Did they get angrier when you hit him with that racial stuff?
No, it takes them right out of the fucking mix, because they know that if they pull anything,
I got the support of everyone else around me.
Yeah,
because he's a
hardcore New
fucking
Yorkers
savage,
just
right?
Stomp him into
Hey,
the
he's
ground.
a terrorist, motherfucker! Kill him! And everybody piles on.
And everybody, we all get off. He's laying there nude. We all got hard-ons. Now what do you do?
You fuck him in the ass, Jimmy. What else do you do? Savage. Get out of my way.
Let's go to Vince in Chicago. Vince.
Good morning, boys.
Good morning, Vince.
Hi, Vince.
How are you, Jimmy?
Welcome aboard.
Thank you. Hey, Ant, I was...
Sir. Ant.
I heard yesterday something about Congress passing legislation about online gambling. I thought you could help me out with that.
I think it's bullshit. From what I read, they're trying to keep you from using credit cards on online gambling sites.
Nerve of them.
What you do, though, I know I belong to a few sites, and a couple of which you buy phone cards with your credit card. Then you use the phone card to buy the money to gamble with. It takes the credit card thing out of the mix, and I don't think there's anything they could do about that. No. These fucking places are set up on little islands offshore somewhere.
Yeah.
And that's what you do when you're playing online poker or online gambling.
They're trying to throw their weight around and muscle. They're trying to use muscle so they can find a way to tax it.
Trying to muscle us.
Sure.
They're trying to muscle.
Profit deal.
Keep it with the colored people.
Let's go to Peter in Massachusetts.
They're animals anyway, so let them lose their low interest rates.
Let them go to a petting zoo.
Peter.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey.
Peter.
Anthony, I'm worried about you. You're so angry for such a rich, successful white man.
I get very angry. I get very angry at cab drivers. And worse than cab drivers. What?
What about your high blood pressure and all that?
I don't have high blood pressure.
His health won't allow it.
My blood pressure is lower than I defy anybody to find a better blood pressure than mine well, probably Opie's.
Mind
yours
your
right on the
business
money?
how much money it makes you, fucking ditch
My
digger.
cholesterol's 85.
That's right. His blood pressure is so low, he can't even get a heart on. I can't even have a kid with him.
That's right. Can't even have a little baby. His
Have you ever
dick
killed
is
one of these
soft.
taxi drivers?
What, sweetie?
Have you ever killed one of these taxi drivers?
No, but when things happen to the livery drivers, I kind of don't feel very bad about it, and I almost feel good. When they're found in, like, the Bronx, slumped over the wheel with a bullet in their head.
Yeah. They are the worst.
God.
If you put your ear next to my apartment door and one of those stories is on the news, you'll hear the story and then you'll hear, "Tay, hey, hey! Tay, hey!"
They're always found somewhere in the Bronx.
Yeah.
Some side street
I
with
know.
a bullet in their head.
I know. The money's in a little cigar box. Pop.
Yeah.
It's just, how
And
long do you last on that job?
There's always the story about how he came over from Pakistan 5 years ago,
I know.
send money to his family.
I know. For a kidney transplant.
Yeah.
He gets killed. It's
Good
hilarious.
fucking riddance.
Yeah.
Another one off the street.
I know.
They're the worst.
Out of my way.
Rudest fucking drivers.
They stink. All of them suck. They
Yeah.
don't know how to fucking drive. You drive all day. You drive for a living. You think you'd get good at it.
No, they're uninsured. Yeah, menace.
Yeah.
Fuck 'em.
Uninsured. You get in an accident with one of them, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Language, young man. This is my home.
One time it was raining, and I slipped. I slid because I hit that goddamn paint in the crosswalk. Very slippery.
Yeah.
So I stepped on the brakes, and I swear it was a fraction of a mile an hour. I hit the back of a cab, and it cracked his taillight lens. And I get out immediately like, all right, how much is it? We'll take care of it right now. $500. $500. I go, you know something then? Go fuck yourself. Go through insurance.
Yeah.
You ain't getting shit out of me. $500. Wow. Okay, my friend. Wait, my friend. $250. Oh, now we're bargaining.
Wow.
Bargaining for a fucking taillight on your old cab.
How much you give him?
I didn't give him shit.
Yeah, good.
I said go through insurance. Never heard from him.
Mm-hmm.
No, you gave
Drove
him
away. I drove away.
Good boy. I had a cabbie
$500.
fucking back into me one time. I was looking at prostitutes, and the cabbie, and some car was chasing the cabbie, like there was a fight between the two cabbies. So the guy, to get away, backed up onto my car, and then fucking drove away, and I chased him. And he lost me. He lost me.
You got lost.
Dude, he fucking was doing 90 around town.
Grand theft faggot.
And plus, no. I had to put my turn signal on. I lost
signaling during this high-speed chase.
He spins around on the George Washington Bridge. What was I going to do?
Nice work, Lou.
Nice
I was going to say that.
Let's say hi to Christine in Ohio. Christine, what's up?
Hey, I'm
driving in Ohio, and I need to apologize to a trucker because I missed a wow. He beeped at me, and I thought he was being an ass, and I just supposed to pass him, and I saw his wow sticker after I was past him.
Oh, no.
Oh,
no. That's never good.
Well, why don't you go back, and the way to make up for it is to, while you're driving, like, kind of spin around and open your asshole in the windshield.
Leave a little pucker mark of steam on the windshield.
That's right. It looks like the wait. Oh, God damn it, I can't think of his name. It looks like Chaka's kiss. No.
I had my little finger extended.
I couldn't think of Chaka's name. I always hated Chaka.
All right, Christine, better luck next time.
All right, thanks. Next one.
Oh, sorry about that.
Sorry, Christine.
Craig in Massachusetts.
Hey, good morning, gentlemen. Listen, Opie, you guys signed me to a new contract. One day Anthony's going to be the next guy in the post. DJ driver of death when he fucking kills one of those fucking A-Raps out there.
I wouldn't be surprised. Although I was the one that hit somebody in the crosswalk once.
I can picture
No, you tapped him, as you said.
Just pushing Gabby down the West Side Highway, you know?
I tapped a guy. It was no big deal.
No, in a car, it's no big deal. When he's a pedestrian, he was walking.